degrees.
The Stuart Powell Ford Sweet 16 High School Basketball Tournament on the Hometown Radio Network. Today's game is made possible by these sponsors: Stuart Powell Ford, Himes Body Shop, Good Neighbor Pharmacy, DOE Danville Office Equipment, Whitaker Bank, Big Deals Online Store, Bluegrass South Livestock Market, Community Trust Bank, Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency, Bob Allen Motor Mall, Farmers National Bank, Intercounty Energy Cooperative, Essity, H&R Block, Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash, the Parthenon Greek, American Eats, Shelter Insurance, Cindy Lanham, Agent, Monticello Banking Company, Lexington Ice Center, McDonald's Restaurant, Ephraim McDowell Health, Remax of Danville, Tammy Carr Agent, Goldie Financial, Johnson Pullman Insurance Agency, Hardee's Restaurant, Mountain Harbor Inn, Papa's Truck Stop and Papa's Quick Stop. Today's Stuart Powell Ford Sweet 16 game is a sports presentation of the Hometown Radio Network.
Joe Mathis alongside Tim Holland live from Rupp Arena. DCA 2 games down, 2 to go after last night's come-from-behind win over Henderson County, a game that DCA trailed by 13 early in the third quarter. Came back and outscored Henderson County 39-23 in the second half to really win going away. Win by 5, 60-55. It was a last-second three by Henderson County that even cut it that close. And Tim, now it is essentially in all aspects, David versus Goliath in this afternoon's game. DCA in their first ever Final Four taking on a Sacred Heart team that has won 7 state titles. They've won 4 of them in a row. They feature arguably, and maybe not arguably, the greatest high school girls basketball player in the history of the state of Kentucky, Zakiya Johnson. Obviously, the accolades are there for Sacred Heart, and Billy Inman knows that this DCA team's got to play their best game in the history of their school if they want to advance tonight and play in tonight's state championship against a GRC team that also looked very good earlier today in a win over Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, and unlike most of the other teams that DCA has played, they are familiar with this team. They have played this team. Sacred Heart, I think it's a 28-point win earlier in the season. So, there's something to do know about them. And they've seen them before. And vice versa, Sacred Heart's also seen DCA, and they know their strength and know their weaknesses. So, it's just you get this far, you're going to play against the good teams, and this is the best team in the state right now.
33-3, led by legendary head coach Dana Moyer, who became the first coach in Kentucky high school basketball girls history to win the state championship as a player. Did that in 1976, and then win the state championship as a coach when she led Sacred Heart to the 2002 state championship, and has won 6 more since that point. DCA Sacred Heart tip-off coming up at 1:30, and we were able to talk with DCA Lady Warriors head coach Billy Inman earlier today before tip-off between DCA and Sacred Heart, and we'll have that interview with DCA head coach Billy Inman coming up on the DCA pregame show on the Stuart Powell Ford Mazda Sweet 16 DCA Radio Network.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Hi, this is Scott Bottoms of Danville Office Equipment. We are your locally owned office equipment company that provides a full line of office supplies, furniture, and printing for your office. We are also an authorized Savin dealer and can equip your office with the latest in multifunction machines to allow you to print, copy, scan, and fax with the most outstanding quality in the market. Visit our store on Main Street in the heart of Danville or online at doe.bz. Danville Office Equipment, 233 West Main Street. Best of luck to the DCA Warriors.
At Monticello Bank, helping your business thrive is our business. We offer a variety of products designed to make banking easier. Whether your company is large or small, You can count on us to provide accounts, loans, and other services built around the way you do business, including e-deposit, our remote deposit capture system, and merchant processing. Speak with one of our representatives and let us help you solve your business financial needs today. Monticello Bank, where people matter. Member FDIC, on the Danville Bypass.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
New Jeeps cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Lease a new 25 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo X for only $279 per month for 42 months. $64.77 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 7,500 lease miles per year. Lease loyalty required. Stock C 25083. Save during the Jeep Celebration event at Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
I'm Alan Goldie with Goldie Financial in Harrodsburg. Is it time to increase your retirement plan contributions? And I can help you determine if it would be in your best interest to revisit your retirement planning goals. Call me today, 734-4400, or simply stop in. We're located at 116 West Poplar in downtown Harrodsburg. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Give us a call at 734-4400. Goldie Financial, member SIPC.
Afternoon as DCA taking on Sacred Heart in the state Final Four. And Coach Inman, appreciate you joining us. Before we talk Sacred Heart, let's talk about yesterday's emotional come-from-behind win where you're down 13 early in the second half. You challenge your girls. We sit right behind your bench, and you challenge your girls at halftime that they got to play with more intensity. You looked at Grace Bugwa. You said, Grace, you got to play with fire. Boy, did she ever in the second half. Went for 32 and 15 in the game, 18 points and 9 rebounds in the second half alone. What did you tell the girls at halftime? What was it about that halftime that got them fired up in that second half?
Well, it started with Grace, and I told her. I looked at them both. I looked at her and Alea, and I said it starts with you two. And I said you haven't been playing strong. You haven't been playing bold. And I said if you two don't, then we won't have a chance to win. I said, but because I had just read them Joshua 1, the end of Joshua 1. It says be strong and courageous. And I told him, I said, that's what you have to do. And I said, God doesn't ask a lot of us, but he asks us to be strong and courageous. And I said, you guys have to do that. And they did. That second half, wow, they really did. Against a really great team.
Yeah, phenomenal Henderson County team. When you look at some of the big plays that happened there in that second half, and you can look at Grace Bugwa's stat line at 32 and 15, Alea Quisenberry, who had a great game before fouling out, and I know she's super relieved, and she left it all on the court yesterday, but to be able to get a chance at the Final Four as well. But what about the second half Grace Meyer had? 5 free throws, nailed all 5 of them. The first was a trio of free throws there in the third quarter, then hit 2 big ones in the fourth quarter. You never know when points are going to matter, even those free throws, and Grace Meyer hit 5 big ones for you in the second half.
Man, she came up just gigantic. I mean, in those last 2, we needed them worse than that man need a heartbeat. And she came up with them for us. And then I thought the most pivotal play of the game was actually a rebound that she came up with, and they called a foul on Henderson. And we needed that one so bad. I think we turned around then, tossed it out, and had a out-of-bounds play to Grace Bugwa that scored real quick. And I thought that was the play of the game. Just a super hustle play, and just went in there, and it was strong and aggressive, and she just played unbelievable, just unbelievable game.
Yeah, Amari Blackford had a big game for you as well. There was a point there in the second half where Bugwa had an and one, missed the free throw, and Amari just snatches the rebound away and puts it up and in. And then later there in the fourth quarter, she gives you all, I think, the lead cutting towards the basket when Alea finds her for a wide-open layup. And we've talked before, Coach Inman, I believe Amari Blackford's probably the most underrated player in the 12th region, right? She's playing next to Grace Bugwa, and Grace is going to get all the stat lines and accolades, as she should, but man, is Amari an important piece for you all.
She really is. And again, like she does every game, she had to guard their leading scorer. And, that wasn't easy. We had to switch things around in that second half. And man, she has to come up with it on both ends. And I thought one of the biggest things last night was how long she played. She got very little rest last night, and she did not want it. She wanted in the game. She stepped up in those big moments. So we've got a picture Jennifer showed me today, my wife, of her stretched out, her whole body stretched out, grabbing a loose ball on the floor and tossing it to, I think it was Baby. But, man, I keep telling people she's the most underrated player in the 12th region. And if people can't see that now after all the big games she's come up with for us, we're not here without her. We're not even in the conversation without her.
Yeah.
And she just is – people, I think, are finally waking up. I know Coach Walls from Louisville was bragging on how well she had played these last few games and how much she's improved since the beginning of the year. Her level of improvement, it's off the charts from the beginning of the year to now.
Yeah. Coach, yesterday after the game, the general consensus was almost speechless, right? Like a state of shock. And there was points where I thought that, quite honestly, that you all were done. When Henderson County went up by 13 with 7:20 to play, you had back-to-back turnovers to begin the second half. And I think that was the feeling for a lot of people. Like, hey, it's been a great run, but Henderson County's a great team. You all just did not give up. And I want to know what went through your mind to see your team, girls that you have coached for the last 4, 5, sometimes 6 years with some of these players, to leave it all on the floor, to put yourself in a position to play in a Final Four game. What goes through your mind as a head coach? I'm sure kind of proud father type thoughts, right? Like you can't believe the fight these girls had.
It really was. I just needed somebody to hug at the end of the game. I was just so proud of them and overwhelmed. It's I mean, that school, like, I didn't know that before you told me. 2,000 kids in the high school, been there 7 years in a row, all the experience in the world. And at the end of that game, they looked more rattled than we did.
Oh, yeah.
And, to do that, that's just all heart and all character, and we praise God for it. But, man, I was like a proud father, and I just wanted to hug every one of them, especially Alea, because – Alea does not show much emotion. When she fouled out, she just fell into my arms and just started crying, and that's not like her. But, man, I just grabbed her and said, we're going to get this one for you, kid. And I really wasn't sure if we were or not. But praise God that we did.
DCA Lady Warriors head coach Billy Inman. Coach, we'll step aside, come back, and we'll talk about your opponent this afternoon, the Sacred Heart Lady Valkyries. That's coming up right after this on the DCA pregame show on the DCA KHSA Sweet 16 Network, brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford.
Hungry for some Lenten meal specials?
Hi, this is Jimmy letting you know about some of our seafood options, including grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, grilled shrimp, or you can do a combo with grilled tilapia and shrimp, fried jumbo shrimp, hand-battered cod, our delicious hand-battered cod sandwich with fresh French fries. As always, we only use fresh ingredients made to order. That's at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville and the Greenleaf Shopping Center.
Dynamic takeout, fresh from our family.
If you have been involved in an accident, take your vehicle to a body shop who gets the job done right the first time. This is where Himes Body Shop in Lancaster comes to mind. With all the updated, top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art equipment, computerized mix and matching of paint, and free pickup and delivery within a certain mile radius, Steve offers 40 years in the body shop repair business. A proud supporter of high school sports is Himes Body Shop, 953 Stanford Street in Lancaster. Like them on Facebook.
Looking for a pharmacy that does more than hand you a prescription in a paper bag? A pharmacist who knows you and your family members on a first-name basis. Raymond Float's Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville offers personal service from people who go the extra mile for you, featuring a compounding service, drive-up window, delivery service, handicapped accessible, multi-dose compliance packaging, immunizations given, plus an app to help manage your medications. Trust the professionals at Danville's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, 127 Bypass behind Cracker Barrel, open 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday.
Cindy Lanham is proud to serve you as your shelter insurance agent in Lancaster. She can help you make sure you get the right coverage at the right price while providing the quality service you expect. Cindy offers auto, home, life, renters, personal articles, insurance, business insurance, ATV insurance, boat, motorcycle, RV insurance, and farm insurance. Feel free to give Cindy a call and discuss your insurance options today at 859-792-6330. She's located in her new location, 100 North Paulding Street, Lancaster.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stewart Powell Ford and Mazda. All of us here would like to thank everyone in Boyle and the surrounding counties for once again selecting our dealership as the #1 new car dealership, used car dealership, and place to have your vehicle serviced. We strive daily to meet every need of every customer, and since 1949 we have been providing quality products and services at a fair price while treating our customers and employees with respect. Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
DCA Lady Warrior coach Billy Inman. Coach, appreciate you joining us. We talked about the emotional win last night over Henderson County. Now let's talk about this afternoon's game. Sacred Heart, the Valkyries. We could go on and on about how good Sacred Heart is, and I'm sure we'll certainly talk about them during the broadcast. They are led by maybe one of the best players to ever come out of the state of Kentucky, Zakiah Johnson, one of the greatest coaches, and Donna Moyer. They got you earlier this year when you played them. They beat you by 28. So what do you take from that game to this game and telling your girls, wipe that score away? This is a one-game, winner-take-all, move on to the championship type format now. You can't think about that game in late January.
Well, first of all, on that game, I let our littles get in at the end of the game. It wasn't really that big of a margin. It was about an 18-point game when our starters went out. And it was only about a 13-point game in the third. And no, they're not really going to pay any attention to that because we had played so many games in so many days. It was after the All-A.
That's right, yeah.
And then we had played a couple more games, and we were just totally gassed, and I didn't even want to play the game. Now, I don't want to take anything away from Sacred Heart because you can't. They are the gold standard. They are the best. And they have the best coach. But again, today I think it's going to come down to Amari Blackford's job that she does on Zakiah Johnson, and how Baby comes out, and if Baby's going to be physical and dominate the inside, which she definitely can, then we got a shot. If they don't come out physical and really because I'll tell you, Sacred Heart is a physical team. And if they don't come out and match that, then we don't have a chance. If they do, I really feel like we do have a chance. My biggest worry is coming off of that emotional high of last night. Mm-hmm. That's a real thing. And I'm in the midst of that myself right now. I'm still enjoying that win and everything, and I'm trying to get refocused on the game. That's as human being, we're human, and that's hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, you had mentioned the schedule you played before that. The Sacred Heart game was your 5th game in 8 days, and then just 3 games after that, you played Cooper, right? So, like, you all were in the midst of playing a tough stretch of basketball when you took on Sacred Heart. Now, here's the thing about Sacred Heart. Obviously, had lost to Simon Kenton earlier in the year in overtime. That was a game when Simon Kenton played all 5 of their starters, all 36 minutes, right? So, the ingredient, obviously, to beating Sacred Heart, you got to keep your best players on the floor, can't get into foul trouble. And then number 2, Sacred Heart in that game versus Simon Kenton. Simon Kenton hit 12 3-pointers. Sacred Heart just hit 5. So Simon Kenton outscored him by about 21 points from 3-point range. You fast forward to the 7th region tournament. Assumption loses to Sacred Heart by just 1 point. I mean, they're a basket away from Sacred Heart not even being in this position. So you look at a couple of games this year and say, look, girls, I know this team is Goliath, but Goliath fell, right? So there's a chance to not this afternoon, I guess. You know, we got to come out and play the best basketball we can, but Sacred Heart is not unbeatable.
I completely agree with you. And, we played Assumption when Baby first became, eligible to play. Yeah. And it was a 1-point game at the half with Assumption.
Yeah, we were at that game.
So, I definitely, you hit the nail on the head. They have to understand. We have to respect them, but we don't need to fear them. Anybody's beatable on any given day. I completely agree that, that's a great way to put it. There's only two points away from not even being here. And so I've got to hit that. I got to hammer that home here in about another 30 minutes or so. and I hope that I can get through to them and they get past the high of what was, for me, one of the most memorable games we've ever played.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. DCA Warriors head coach Billy Inman. Coach, we appreciate your time, and good luck against Sacred Heart, and a chance at the state championship coming up for you if you can beat Sacred Heart this afternoon. DCA pregame coverage right here on your home for Lady Warrior basketball, the Hometown Radio Network. A winning combination, McDonald's and Danville Christian Academy. All that rooting on the Warriors has got you hungry, and you don't have to spend a bunch of money to get full. At McDonald's, $5 is all you need. Pick a McDouble, McChicken, or a hot and spicy McChicken. You also get a 4-piece chicken McNugget, small fries, and a small drink, all for just $5. If basketball had a 5-point shot, this would be it. The $5 meal deal at McDonald's of Danville and Harrisburg, where they're rooting on DCA in the Sweet 16 tournament.
Hi, this is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. Were you a college student in the last 4 years who didn't receive an education credit? Even if you paid nothing to go to school due to grants like the Pell Grant, you might still be able to get up to a $2,500 federal credit. I specialize in education credits, and I want to personally invite you to come in or call and let me see if I can find a credit for you. If I find no credit, you owe nothing, so what do you have to lose? Stop by the office at 216 Brent Avenue in Danville, or give us a call at 859-236-3281 to learn more. Tax prep fees apply to amend or complete a current year return.
Truth is more than a concept. It is what makes us different. Truth is where we start and where we finish. It is our curriculum and our extracurricular. It makes us a community, one that leads through serving. If you are looking for academic excellence in a Christ-centered environment, opportunity is closer than you may think. It is easy for you to join our community, Danville Christian Academy, engaging the truth, empowering the future.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if Auto Owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Danville Christian Academy, Sacred Heart, tipping off in just about 2 minutes as they announce the starting lineups here courtside from Rupp Arena. DCA starting lineups will remain the same as we've seen them the entire year. Alea Quisenberry at 13.6 and 6.2 rebounds per game. Paisley Metz at 14.3 points and 2.9 rebounds per game. Grace Meyer, 6.1 and 6.6 a game. Amari Blackford, 11.6 and 10.9 a game. And Grace Bugwa at 22.3 and 13.6 a game. Again, the starting lineups for DCA: Paisley Metz, Alea Quisenberry, Grace Meyer, Amari Blackford, and Grace Bugwa. For Sacred Heart Academy, the Valkyries, it's number 23, Caroline Osteen, the senior at 3.4 and 2.3 points per game. The senior, number 33, Morgan Fry, 7.1, 6.8 rebounds per game. Number 21, Brianna Wilkins, the junior, 11.7, 3.8 rebounds per game. The sophomore, number 0, Tootie Jordan, 13 points, 2.5 rebounds per game. And the unquestioned best player, not just on Sacred Heart, but potentially in the state of Kentucky. Top 10 ranked, depending on what rankings you look at in the nation. That's Zakiya Johnson, the LSU commit. Wears number 11, 21.4, 7.1 rebounds per game. She nears 4,000 points in her career. She had about 3,700 to start the Sweet 16. Now, she's not going to get more than likely the 4,000 unless something crazy happens. But still, I mean, a phenomenal player, one of the best in the state, one of the best in the nation, and DCA will have their hands full. A young lady with size. She's 6 foot. She can shoots about 38% from three. She can rebound. She is Sacred Heart's leading rebounder. She can drive. She can do everything for Sacred Heart. And the Lady Warriors are certainly going to have their hands full on Zakiya Johnson. Alea Quisenberry was going down the line, fist bumping all the officials, and forgot the assistant coach for Sacred Heart who was waiting down there, and turned around, did a U-turn, and went back and fist bumped him. Sacred Heart and Danville Christian Academy met up earlier this year. It was on January the 30th when Sacred Heart beat DCA by 28 points, 77-49 in that game. DCA in their home whites. They are the white team in tonight's game. White tops, white shorts, baby blue is the trim around the silver letters that say Warriors in cursive across the chest. Numbers in the front and back. Sacred Heart in their road blues, navy blue top, navy blue shorts. Sacred Heart across the chest in white letters outlined in red. DCA at 27-7, 12th region champions. Sacred Heart at 33-3, the 7th region champions. They had a 96-game win streak against State of Kentucky teams snapped earlier this year, and an overtime loss to Simon Kenton. As we mentioned to DCA Lady Warriors head coach Billy Inman, this team is a bucket away from losing to Assumption in the region championship, which would have been the upset of all upsets. This team was the favored to win the state tournament before the season began. They were probably favored to win the state tournament years ago, knowing this is Zakiya Johnson's senior year. And here DCA lines up a school with 83 students in their high school against, again, the Goliath of high school girls basketball in the state of Kentucky, the Sacred Heart Valkyries. We do not have to call them the Lady Valkyries. It is just it's an all-female school. So they are the Sacred Heart Valkyries. Official in between Johnson and Bugwa, who jump at midcourt. Tip is in the air, controlled by DCA. And Final Four action is underway on the hometown radio network. It's Alea Quisenberry who has the basketball. She works right hand around the screen, lays it up, blocked by Johnson. Rebound comes out to Bugwa, who kicks it over to Meyer, left wing. Good look at a three. That one's too hard off the back rim. Clunks off the rim. Rebound taken high up in the air by Caroline Osteen, who will kick it up to Zakiya Johnson. Johnson right hand around Blackford. Her floater on the baseline is too short. Rebound is taken by Grace Bugwa for DCA. Had 15 rebounds in yesterday's win in that quarterfinal game over Henderson County. Baby Grace went for 32 and 15 in that game. Quisenberry into front court with Tootie Jordan on her left wing. They go on the paint, down low to Bugwa, who runs towards the lane. Johnson's there to throw up her hands. Bugwa misses up the court through Osteen. Osteen down low, lob play is out of bounds. She was looking for Morgan Fry down low. Fry dropped the basketball on the baseline, and DCA will take over. 7:10 to play in this first quarter, scoreless on the Dexter Reitmeyer Insurance scoreboard between DCA and Sacred Heart. Right-hand side, Quisenberry will drive over Jordan, lays it up, missed it, rebound comes back out to Quisenberry, who chases it down for DCA. Back at the top of the circle, kicks it over to Blackford. Right wing, she fires a three, misses short. Rebound on the floor and taken by Osteen for Sacred Heart. Kicks it back over to Zakiya Johnson. Johnson right hand dribbles into front court and will try to hand it off to Brianna Wilkins. Wilkins just taken away from Johnson. They go back up top to Osteen, to Jordan on the top of the circle. Alea Quisenberry on the left wing on Tootie Jordan. That is the second leading scorer for Sacred Heart. Cut off, and Jordan threw it in the backcourt and threw it away. Johnson will chase it down in backcourt, but good defense so far by DCA. Now they're going to get shots to fall.
Yeah. And so an interesting thing is when DCA is on offense, they put Zakiya Johnson defending Grace Bugwa. But when they come over and they have possession of the ball, when Sacred Heart is on offense, they put Zakiya usually over in the corner, either looking for, the plays and moves. But I think it's interesting that they decided that they're going to put their best person on DCA's best person, even though there's about a 4-inch height difference.
Yeah, Grace Meyer will inbound it on that far side. Will kick it into Metz in the right corner. Metz down low to Bugwa, left block, one dribble, spins to her left, lays it up, missed the layup. It was a wide open look, and now Bugwa gets tied up with Osteen, and it's out of bounds and will go to Sacred Heart. That's about as easy a look as Grace is probably going to get all night.
She had a nice little drop step spin to the outside and really got past Zakiya Johnson fairly easy. I think she probably got past her so easy she just missed the basket.
Tootie Jordan into front court, kicks it left wing, where it's taken by Osteen. Osteen on Metz, down low to Fry. Fry with Bugel on her. Back up top to Jordan. Crossover. Tootie Jordan backs down on Quisenberry to a cutting. Fry lost the basketball to Osteen. Long two-point jumper. Left wing is way hard. Rebound off of Blackford's hands. And back out to Jordan, who goes down to her knees. Back over in the corner to Johnson. She'll fake a three. Drive baseline. Her floater over Bugel's no good. Rebound taken by Fry. Tied up. Lost the basketball. Comes back out to Wilkins. Her jumper's no good. Put back by Wilkins is no good. And she's fouled. Wilkins all over the place, missed the shot, followed her own shot, put it back up, and the first points, potential at least, for Sacred Heart will come from the line for Tootie Jordan. Foul on Amari Blackford is her first. That is DCA's first as well.
Yeah, sometimes when the offensive team gets as many offensive rebounds as they did that time, the defender usually gets a little bit upset and kind of reacts a little bit too much, and that's where Amari got the foul as
Brianna Wilkins.
Yeah, thank you. I was trying to look at the name. As Wilkins hits the first of two, and so they just need to be patient and be calm. So far, right now, they're playing a good game.
71.7% free throw shooter for Brianna Wilkins. Second free throw is also good. Grace Meyer will inbound it, and when you make a basket, Sacred Heart can set up that full court press. Quisenberry at half court, works around Jordan, kicks it to Metz, right corner, good look at a three, too hard, rebound taken by Blackford, puts it back up, missed the follow, it's off of Fry's hands, out of bounds, will stay with DCA. Paisley Metz missed a three. Blackford's missed a three, but two really good looks, and that's something DCA is going to have to continue to fire up as three-pointers. The only game that Sacred Heart has lost this year to a state of Kentucky team was to Simon Kenton, who hit 7 more threes that game than Sacred Heart did. Inbound pass by Bugwas, taken away by Johnson. Johnson up the court to Fry, lays it up off the glass, high off the glass, she's fouled, and Alea Quisenberry makes contact with Morgan Fry, and she'll get 2 free throws. Foul on Quisenberry is her first. That is DCA's second.
Yeah, Leah should really kind of laid off of that one. She wasn't really going to be able to affect the outcome of the shot that much. And
first free throw by Fry is no good.
And that's just she gets that kind of unnecessary foul on her, that first foul.
DCA is also going to have to keep Sacred Heart as low scoring as possible, and as cheesy as that sounds, this is a Sacred Heart team that leads the state in scoring points per game. Fry missed them both, and Bugwa grabs the rebound. That's her third rebound in this game already. Quisenberry on the near side right in front of us. Sacred Heart averages about 73.4 points per game. They have won games this year by as many as 79 points. Sacred Heart leads 3-0. Quisenberry floater in the paint, missed it, gets it back, throws one up, and a putback that's no good. And the rebound's taken by Wilkins. Wilkins far side, taken by Tootie Jordan. Jordan down the court to Fry, who's wide open, lays it up and in. Sorry, that's Osteen. No, it is Fry who lays it up and in. So Fry has her first 2. It is 4-0. Sacred Heart leads, 4:55 to play in this first quarter. Some of these looks are pretty good for DCA,
yeah, very
Tim.
good.
They just can't get them to go down right now, which is not what you want to have happen against Sacred Heart. Quisenberry, top of the circle, will work left side. Will pick and roll with Blackford. Instead, she opts to go to Meyer. Back to Quisenberry. Lobs it down low to Bugwa, who makes the catch. Contact made. There's no foul call. The ball's knocked out of Bugwa's hands. It's out of bounds. We'll go to Sacred Heart. And it's the Valkyries who make the first change. Number 32, Riley Gavin, will check in for the first time tonight. Gavin at 5.7 and 2.2 a game, an 80% free throw shooter. She's just a freshman. Talking with someone before this game began, Sacred Heart essentially has so much confidence that they're going to win that they've hardly had a student section here the entire Sweet 16. Johnson, fall-away jumper, good. Step back from the free throw line. Zakiah Johnson has her first 2. 6-0 Sacred Heart. And you can tell, even watching Zakiah Johnson warm up, that she is the best player in the state of Kentucky, one of the best in the nation, just by the way she warms up. Quisenberry will drive right hand, creates contact with Johnson. It's out of bounds off Quisenberry. It'll go to Sacred Heart. DCA's trying to create contact down low, get to the free throw line, and Alea Quisenberry there with contact on Zakiah Johnson, and there's no foul called. And Billy Inman, you can actually may have faintly heard him scream, no foul, as the officials walk down the court. Gavin, right corner to Johnson. She fires a corner 3. It's short. Rebound tapped up in the air. It's taken by Jordan over Quisenberry. Jordan back out to Johnson. She'll drive right hand, kicks it over to Gavin. Right corner 3. Good. 9-0. Sacred Heart over DCA halfway home in this first quarter. Go Lady Warriors from Linex of Danville on Stanford Road. Trek Bed Liners and Accessories rooting on DCA in this Final Four game. Go Lady Warriors from Linex in Danville. Right corner, Meyer has the basketball. Back over to Quisenberry, deep on the left-hand side. Top of the circle, they go to Bugwa. Bugwa hands it off to Quisenberry, who will hesitate. Crossover, long jump shot, good for Alea Quisenberry. And it is a 3 for Alea. I didn't know if her foot was on the line or not. It was not. Alea Quisenberry hits the first field goal for DCA. Quickly the other way, Sacred Heart with the basketball. Zakiah Johnson on the right side will center it back up for the Valkyries. Left wing, they go to Gavin. Gavin with Bugwa on her. She'll work right hand, looking for Jordan Quisenberry all over the place, trying to keep Tootie Jordan from cutting towards the basket. And they hand it off to Jordan as she stands near that UK logo. Right side over to Wilkins. Wilkins down low to Johnson. Step back, long jumper, too short. Blackford has the rebound for DCA. Up the court to Metz. It's one-on-one. Metz versus Wilkins. Metz has it knocked out of her hands, saved in by Wilkins, but it comes back to Metz, who lobs it down low for Meyer, who puts it up and missed it off the backboard. Rebound taken by Gavin. Another good look for DCA. They can't get him to go right now. Gavin in the front court in transition. Will hand it off to Osteen. Osteen looks down low, goes back up top to Wilkins. Meyer on her. She'll drive left hand over Bugwa, puts it up off the glass and good. Brianna Wilkins' first field goal. She has 4. It is 11-3. Sacred Heart with 2:20 to play in this first quarter. Next stoppage brings us to the media timeout. Far side, Alea Quisenberry holds up her left hand, index finger in the air. They're looking down low for Bugwa, who makes the catch, spins to her left, lays it up and in for Grace Bugwa. Again, if some of those easy shots for DCA fall early in this one, this game's a lot closer than it is right now. Gavin's 3 is no good. Rebound battle for, bounced off the floor. It'll stay with Sacred Heart, and that'll lead us to our media timeout as Nadia Abrams will check in after this timeout. Sacred Heart 11, DCA 5 with 1:58 to play in this first quarter. Back in 2 minutes on your home for DCA basketball, presented by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, the Hometown Radio Network.
Start your day the Hardee's way by mixing and matching these specials. You'll enjoy an order of biscuits and gravy, or get a steak biscuit, or get a sausage and egg biscuit. Choose any 2 for just $5. When it's time for lunch, I have a hunch you'll love these great values. Mix and match a hot ham and cheese, or a double cheeseburger, or a chicken tender wrap, or a chili dog. Mix and match any 2, and that includes fries and a drink for just $5.99. Hardee's, Shelby Street, Junction City. It tastes like America.
At Ephraim McDowell Health, we understand that a medical procedure shouldn't mean leaving behind the little moments that matter most. That's why we bring advanced care right to your community. Because healing isn't just about procedures, it's about being surrounded by the life you've built and the ones who know you best. Ephraim McDowell Health, rooted in community, focused on health. Discover care that keeps you close to home. Visit us today at emhealth.org.
The Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex is fun for everyone. They strive to create a Christ-like atmosphere that's safe, clean, and fun. They offer 2 indoor ice rinks, 3 gymnasiums, and 54 holes of outdoor biblical miniature golf. Celebrate the kid's next birthday at the Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex and includes ice skating, gym rental, and mini golf. For complete details on everything they have to offer, Facebook them at Lexington Ice Center. Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex, 560 Eureka Springs Drive. They're fun all the time.
Hi, this is Scott Bottoms of Danville Office Equipment. We are your locally owned office equipment company that provides a full line of office supplies, furniture, and printing for your office. We are also an authorized Savin dealer and can equip your office with the latest in multifunction machines to allow you to print, copy, scan, and fax with the most outstanding quality in the market. Visit our store on Main Street in the heart of Danville or online at doe.bz. Danville Office Equipment, 233 West Main Street. Best of luck to the DCA Warriors.
Sacred Heart 11, DCA 5, 1:58 to play in this first quarter. DCA just 2 for 14 from the field. Many of those, again, are good looks. You could probably easily say this could be an 11-9 DCA. Be down by 2 instead they're down by 6. But we'll see what happens here in the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Johnson missed a wide open layup. Rebound tapped around Johnson, and Bugwa get tied up. It'll go to DCA. So we've seen Bugwa miss the easiest look of the night, probably for her. Johnson, the same thing with the left-hand layup. The C's parted, she just missed it. And Bugwa and Johnson battle for the rebound. It was off of Zakiya Johnson. Grace Bugwa has it in backcourt, picks up her dribble, and will kick it to Abrams on the far side. Abrams to Quisenberry, who tries to get by Jordan, and she does in the front court. Crossover, knocked away from her, ball on the floor. Bugwa goes down on the floor to get it, and she's tied up there by Johnson. Possession arrow will give it to Sacred Heart. DC is going to have to throw more players down in backcourt because as soon as Sacred Heart makes a basket or on a play like that where they can set up their full court press, they're going to do it. And DCA needs as much help as they can get getting the ball down court with a team that wants to press you. Was talking with Jared Peck from the Herald Leader before this game began. He said Sacred Heart essentially puts their foot on the pedal, on the neck, so to say, and does not let up. Baseline blocked away by Bugwa. It was Gavin who had it. Back out to Jordan. Jordan goes to White. She'll fake Johnson. She'll fake a three. Her mid-range is too hard off the back rim. Meyer has the rebound for DCA. Over to Bugwa. Bugwa hands it back off to Meyer. Meyer goes back to Quisenberry near sideline, and DCA will be able to walk it up the floor now with Alea Quisenberry, who will set the offense up. Alea counts in her head, I'm sure. She walks down in backcourt, just beats the 10-second clock, and we'll get a screen right side from Abrams. She'll drive right hand around. Osteen missed it high off the glass, but she's fouled. Bugwa was there for a potential offensive rebound and putback as well, but Alea Quisenberry goes to the line. Foul is on Morgan Fry. That is Fry's first. That is Sacred Heart's first as well, and that sends Alea Quisenberry to the line, and she'll get two. First one for Alea Quisenberry. Good. And I did, obviously, as I always do, pregame preparation for this game, Tim, and Sacred Heart, the accolades essentially just keep on going and keep on going and keep on going for Sacred Heart. We could spend this entire broadcast basically bragging about how great of a team that Sacred Heart is. 7 state championships. Second free throw, no good. Rebound taken by White. She will go over on the far sideline to Jordan. Jordan down low to Fry, who lays it up and in. Fry just beat everybody down the court and laid it up with the right hand easily. She's got 4. It's 13-6. Sacred Heart by 7 under 1 minute to play in this first quarter. Here's Alea Quisenberry in the front court. Amari Blackford wants a screen to give her right side. She'll set up. Instead, they go down low to Bugwa. Bugwa takes a step in the paint, goes down hard. There's no foul call. Zakiya Johnson has it up the court. They go to Jordan, and Meyer trailing the play, trying to save the ball in bounds, going down on the floor and steps in the baseline out of bounds. There's lots of contact on basically every drive for DCA, and the Lady Warrior fans behind us want a foul called. They're not getting one right now, and Billy Inman's going to call a timeout and slow things down and talk with his team. 30 or full here for you, Coach. It's a full timeout. Sacred Heart 13, DCA 6 with 30 seconds to play in this first quarter. Back in 1 minute on your home for DCA basketball, the Hometown Radio Network. With a limited number of homes on the current U.S. market, you need an agent with the right connections, technology, and strategies to achieve your home buying or selling vision. Thank goodness for Tammy Carr's RE/MAX Elite Realty of Danville. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed and want someone to take the wheel, or you have it covered and just need a second opinion, you can rest assured Tammy Carr of RE/MAX Elite Realty is the right agent for any level of service in any market condition. When buying or selling, call Tammy at 859-245-1165.
At Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we are proud to be your hometown dealer for many reasons. Selection, service, convenient location, and our people. Your friends, family, and neighbors. Since 1949 at Stuart Powell, we make it easy. Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. Visit us on the bypass in Danville or online at stuartpowell.com.
DCA is doing a better job of holding on to the basketball early in this game. They only have 3 turnovers. Sacred Heart has 2, so doing better than they did against Henderson County yesterday. The difference right now is rebounding. 15 rebounds already for Sacred Heart compared to 10 for DCA. Lady Warriors 2 for 15 from the field, 1 for 4 from three-point range. Meanwhile, Sacred Heart 5 for 15 from the field and 1 for 2 from three-point range. It is 13-6. It's Sacred Heart basketball with 30 seconds to play in this first quarter action. Legendary head coach Donna Moyer leads the Sacred Heart Academy Valkyrie. She graduated from Sacred Heart in 1979, won the state championship as a player for the Valkyries in 1976, has also won it 7 times as the head coach. When she won her first state title in 2002, became the first girls player or coach in Kentucky history to win the title as both a player and a coach. Former National Girls Coach of the Year, member of nearly every Hall of Fame on the Kentucky level. Wilkins inbounds into the right baseline, goes to Johnson. Up top, that's Fry. They kick it over to Jordan. It's knocked away. Quisenberry chases it down the near sideline, and it's a one-on-one break. Quisenberry steps around. Fry lays it up, and one for Leah Quisenberry. She snuck around Fry and give Quisenberry a chance at three. It's foul number 2 on Morgan Fry. And that's what DCA's wanted to do, use the speed, get to the lane, and Quisenberry forced the contact there, and DCA is probably saying we finally get the foul down low on Sacred Heart. Fry is out. Checking in is number 4, Tari Ralston. The freshman averages 4 points and 1.4 rebounds per game. Zakiya Johnson obviously is going to graduate this year. She's going to LSU. But this Sacred Heart team is set up really well next year and in the future, as they always usually are when you win 4 straight. Quisenberry does complete the three-point play. She's got 7. It's 13-9. Jordan will hand it off to Ralston. Back up top. Pass taken away by Grace Meyer. Was looking for Wilkins, and Meyer circles back around and kicks it to Quisenberry in backcourt with 7 to play in this first quarter. Quisenberry down the far side. She will now jet with the left hand up top to Bugwa. Bugwa fakes a 3, sidesteps, and the clock's going to run out. Metz's 3 from the right wing is no good. We have played 1 quarter of basketball. It's Sacred Heart 13, DCA 9 after 1. Second quarter is coming up on your home for DCA basketball, presented by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, the hometown radio network.
Big deals.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
DCA trails Sacred Heart 13-9. They did a relay race between a Sacred Heart student and a DCA student. Tim, who won it? Do you know?
I think the DCA student won.
Okay, that's the Domitian kid.
Yeah.
Right? That's Grayson Domitian's younger brother and Graham Domitian's younger brother who won it for DCA. And so Warrior fans cheering him on as he wins that relay race. Brought to you by Friends of Cole. DCA student section actually outnumbers Sacred Heart student section probably about 10-1 or so. I mean, maybe not that much, but 5-1 or so. And again, we'd mentioned Sacred Heart has not brought much of a student section. They have been here so many times in a row. Someone had mentioned they'll be here tonight if and when they win against DCA versus George Rogers Park, but they're waiting for the championship game to get here. Meanwhile, DCA has once again brought a very good section of fans back behind us. They are the home team in this game. Sacred Heart, the visiting team. Zakiya Johnson, 1 for 8 in the field in the first quarter. And Alea Quisenberry putting the team in her back right now, 7 of DCA's first 9 points. Wilkins and Fry lead Sacred Heart with 4 points each. Quisenberry with 7, Bugwa with 2 as we begin this second quarter of play. It is DCA basketball as Meyer will kick it in to Alea Quisenberry on the far side. Quisenberry gets a screen from Blackford, who takes out 2 players while she walks towards the free throw line. Screen set now for Bugwa off the ball. Bugwa makes the catch right wing, kicks it over to Meyer in the corner. Wide open, left corner 3, misses short. Rebound comes out to Blackford. 1 dribble, puts it up, missed it. Bugwa has the board. Her follow is good. 3 chances. Grace Bugwa puts one home. It's 13-11. Sacred Heart's lead down to 2. Jordan, right wing. Quisenberry picks her up. She'll work left baseline. Step back. Fall away jumper. No good. Short Johnson's follow is no good. Rolled around the rim. Johnson keeps it alive. Saves it in and comes over to Wilkins. Wilkins back to Johnson. Wide open left corner 3 is too easy for Zakiya Johnson. The DCA had chances to grab the rebound there, and Johnson on a 3rd chance for Sacred Heart puts one in from the left corner. It's Sacred Heart 16, DCA 11. Quisenberry basketball. They go left wing to Bugwa. Bugwa looking down low for Blackford. They go into Blackford, who makes the catch with a right arm. Left arm was tangled up by Brianna Wilkins, and probably a good foul by Wilkins, because if she doesn't grab Blackford's arm, Blackford's spinning wide open for a layup.
Yeah, it is. And, it's just really kind of good to see, because we don't see a lot of the best players match up on Grace Bugwa, which is what we're seeing right now.
Inbound pass tapped up in the air. It's off Bugwa's hands, taken by Jordan. It's a 3-on-1 break, and it's a layup for Sacred Heart. It's Tari Ralston who puts one in. And just like that, Sacred Heart's lead is back up to 7. There is no let up for the Valkyries. 18-11, Sacred Heart leads. Quisenberry in the front court, goes to the free throw line to Bugwa, looking down low for Blackford. Instead goes to Metz, right wing, 3, short, but Bugwa has the board, puts it up and in. Bugwa's got 6, 18-13. Using that size. DCA still going to win the size advantage basically every time they're on the court, but Sacred Heart probably has more size than anyone that DCA has seen this year. 6'4", Zakiah Johnson, and 6'3", Osteen. Johnson, right wing, got by Blackford. 3, rolls off. Bugwa has the rebound for DCA. And Johnson so far in this game is 2 for 11 from the field. Quisenberry with the basketball in backcourt will take her time in the front court. Abrams will check in. Next dead ball. Quisenberry, right side, will come over to Bugwa on the wing. Bugwa with Osteen on her, left wing to Meyer, back up top to Quisenberry. 35 feet away from the basket is Alea Quisenberry between the legs, getting closer towards the basket. A screen, fires a straight-on 3, rolls off the rim, comes down, but Meyer follows, missed the layup. Rebound is off of Johnson, but she saves it in, coming to Wilkins. Wilkins, far side, over to Osteen. Osteen, right hand, steps around Metz, lays it up, missed it, and the rebound is off of Bugwa's hands, out of bounds, will stay with Sacred Heart. Again, another easy look for DCA, Tim, and they can't get it to go home. Abrams is in, Amari Blackford is out. And Shuna Dang will check in as well for the first time tonight. Grace Bugwa is gassed.
Yeah, she
and DCA does not want to take her off the floor, but she's going to have to take a seat for a very brief period of time as Shuna Dang will check in for DCA, the 6'10" freshman. Right side, Wilkins has the basketball on the baseline and will kick it in to Johnson. Abrams on her, back over in the corner, wide open corner 3, too hard. Rebound is off of Wilkins. She saves it in the corner. Back up top, Quisenberry chases the basketball down. It's off of Watt. Ball's on the floor. DCA goes down, and it's Meyer who has it for DCA. It's knocked out of her hands from behind by Ralston, and Sacred Heart gets it back over to Johnson. She'll drive right baseline over top of Dang. Missed it, but she's fouled. And Bugwa's short stay on the bench is short indeed. She's back to the scorer's table, as is Blackford. They'll both check back in. Foul on Shuna Dang. That is her first. That is DCA's first. And Zakiah Johnson will step to the free throw line. A 75.8% free throw shooter. First one good. Zakiah Johnson, 3-time Gatorade Player of the Year for a Sacred Heart. 3,000 point score. I'm sorry, not 3, 4 straight Gatorade Player of the Year honors for Zakiah Johnson. A commit to LSU. Second free throw is also good. She's got 7 in this one. The number 12 ranked player in the nation, the top ranked player in Kentucky. She's 16th in the state in scoring at 21.4 points per game. Quisenberry, left wing, over to Bugwa. Bugwa skip past the Mets, right wing. She'll fire up that 3, way too hard, but Blackford's put back is no good. Rebound tapped around, taken by Johnson. Johnson goes to Wilkins, who comes down the middle of the court with a basketball. She'll stop in transition, goes to Jordan. Back in the corner, left corner, wide open 3, good. That's Caroline Osteen, who hits it from the left corner, and it's 23-13. Biggest lead of the day now for Sacred Heart. Stands at 10 with 4:48 to play here in this first half. Quisenberry stops in the front court, goes over to Blackford, right wing. She'll fake a 3, back up top to Alea. Tootie Jordan picks her up. Man-to-man defense here from Sacred Heart. Quisenberry looking for Bugwa, gets it to her top of the circle. Being hounded by Ralston. Back over to Meyer, left corner, with Wilkins on her to a cutting Bugwa. Back over to Metz, right corner, another wide open 3. Rolls off the rim. Myers rebound, has it. Goes to Bugwa. Her fall-away jumper is partially blocked. Rebound taken by Quisenberry. Quisenberry on the right wing will stop. She'll fake a 3, gets Ralston in the air. Down low to Blackford, who spins on Johnson, lays it up, and what a move by Amari Blackford. Off the backboard and good. She's a strong player. Amari is down low. First 2 for her. It is 23-15. Left corner, Ralston with Bugwa on her to a cutting. Jordan laid it up and in. Falling down to the floor, got by Blackford. Those are the first points for Tootie Jordan. Averages 13 a game for Sacred Heart. 25-15. Valkyries back by 10 with 3:50 to play in this first half. Quisenberry met by Jordan deep in the left side. She goes to Bugwa on the left wing. She has a good look at a 3. Rolls off the rim, halfway home and came out. Rebound taken by Wilkins, who comes into front court with numbers. Wilkins stops. Free throw line transition good. Wilkins has got 6. It's 27-15. A full timeout for Billy Inman with 3.5 to play in this first half. Valkyries power too much right now for DCA. Back in 1 minute on your home for DCA basketball, the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
At Johnson & Pullman Insurance, they believe independence works better together. That's why they partnered with Keystone. Keystone strengthens the agency with industry expertise, relationships, and additional resources that help them better safeguard livelihoods, bolster businesses, and fortify communities, all while remaining locally owned. While working with you, you get the best of both worlds. Natural resources locally sourced. John Funkhauser says, "Good luck, DCA Warriors. Bring home state titles."
DCA won for their last 7 from the field. Sacred Heart has made their last 3, and it's 27-15. Sacred Heart leads by 12 over DCA. Lady Warriors have actually shot 2 more field goals than Sacred Heart has. They're 6 for 28 from the field. They're just 1 for 9 from deep. Meanwhile, Sacred Heart 10 for 26, 3 for 7 from deep. And DCA just got to keep on chucking them up, and hopefully for them, shots start falling.
These girls have hit them. They're going to fall. I mean, it's just they got that shooter's touch on it. But it's the thing of that. I mean, I kind of mentioned to you when we were off air. It's not really Sacred Heart beating DCA. It's really kind of DCA beating themselves right now. Some of the shots we've seen them make all the time up underneath. Kind of a short shot from under the rim. I mean, they're throwing it over the rim. They're shots we've seen them hit all year, they're just not doing very well. So they really just got to calm down and play the game. Now, I know, too, underneath, like they put Zakiah Johnson on Grace Bugwa, and those two are wearing on each other. I mean, they're really working hard, and they feel confident enough. We kind of made the joke of, well, they don't put one person on Grace Bugwa. Well, I guess if you're the best player in the state, that's who you put on her.
Yeah, you're going to have the best player in the state, or maybe the second best player in the state, Zakiah Johnson on Grace Bugwa. 14-4 run by Sacred Heart. DCA basketball. Meyer inbounds it from the right baseline. Double-teamed in backcourt as Bugwa goes back to Quisenberry. Quisenberry now double-teamed on the near side, and she's feeling the pressure deep in backcourt. She'll have to just throw it into front court, see if they can get it up there, and she does to Metz, and there's a 10-second violation. The ball is out of Quisenberry's hands, and the official said that it was not. It looked like it was out of her hands to me, but they called a 10-second violation. Sacred Heart will have it. But you knew Quisenberry was in trouble when she was the only player back with 3 players on her near the free throw line, nearing that 7- and 8-second mark. Right side, Watt has the basketball. Gavin has the basketball. They go back up top to Osteen. Osteen hands it off to Wilkins. Back over to Gavin. Left corner, Bugwa picks her up. 27-15. Valkyries by 12. To the free throw line to Fry. Turns around, hands it off to Jordan. Jordan baseline drive. Mid-range good. Over top of Grace Bugwa, Tootie Jordan has got 4, and Sacred Heart's lead is up to 14. It's 29-15. The biggest lead for Henderson County yesterday was 13, and now you're down 14 to the best team in the state, undoubtedly. Top of the circle, Quisenberry from Abrams. Screen right-hand side for Alea Quisenberry. A little zone here from Sacred Heart. Down low to Bugwa. Bugwa with a couple of dribbles with the right hand. Back up top to Alea Quisenberry, who fakes a 3. One jab step. She'll work right hand. Gets around Gavin. High off the glass. Missed the layup. Bugwa's rebound is off of her foot. Trying to dribble it down. Came off her foot. Rebound comes out now to Jordan. Jordan right to left in radio dial. Down to Osteen, who lays it up and in. Osteen has got 5. It's 31-15. Valkyries back by 16 with 2:15 to play here in this first half. Quisenberry, screen right side from Nadia Abrams. She'll cross over left hand, looking back for Abrams. Pass knocked up in the air, comes to Quisenberry. Down low to Bugwa, over to Meyer. Left corner, 3 for Grace. Is too hard. Rebound taken by Johnson and fouled by Grace Bugwa. Johnson did a great job of boxing Grace Bugwa out, keeping her off the glass there. And Grace Bugwa picks up the foul. That is her first, and that leads us to our under 3 media timeout. It's 31-15, Sacred Heart by 16 with 2:03 to play here in this first half. Back in 2 minutes on your home for DCA basketball, the Hometown Radio Network. Fun and relaxing. The most beautiful beds of any inn in the world and an elegant world-class dining room. That's what you get at Mountain Harbor Inn Resort in the lake in Dandridge, Tennessee. What else do you get? A view from your suite of the beautiful Douglas Lake, caressed by the Great Smoky Mountains, as well as a romantic sunset cruise. When you stay at Mountain Harbor Harbor Inn, you're staying at the best. Don't believe me? Let the rankings speak for themselves. Previously named the top 10 resort in the world and a member of the TripAdvisor Hall of Fame. Mountain Inn Resort on a lake in Dandridge, Tennessee. Just a 3-hour drive south of Danville.
Thoroughbred Express Wash wants you to get ready for the race of a lifetime with your chance to win the ultimate Kentucky Derby experience. Full details coming March 17th. In the meantime, make sure your car looks good this spring with an unlimited membership from Thoroughbred Express Wash. Wash and dry, tires shine, wheel cleaner, high-powered vacuums, all-purpose cleaner spray, fresh microfiber towels, and more. Join the winner's circle and get Derby ready with Thoroughbred Express Wash. ThoroughbredExpressWash.com or Houstonville Road, Danville.
I'm Alan Goldie with Goldie Financial in Harrodsburg. Is it time to increase your retirement plan contributions? And I can help you determine if it would be in your best interest to revisit your retirement planning goals. Call me today, 734-4400, or simply stop in. We're located at 116 West Poplar in downtown Harrodsburg. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Give us a call at 734-4400. Goldie Financial, member SIPC.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stewart Powell Ford and Mazda. All of us here would like to thank everyone in Boyle and the surrounding counties for once again selecting our dealership as the #1 new car dealership, used car dealership, and place to have your vehicle serviced. We strive daily to meet every need of every customer, and since 1949 we have been providing quality products and services at a fair price while treating our customers and employees with respect. Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
31-15, DCA trails Sacred Heart by 16 points with 2:03 to play in the second quarter. DCA's scoring drought now stands at 2 minutes and 24 seconds. They're 1 of 9 over the last 9 field goals, and Sacred Heart still has not missed in their last 5 field goal attempts. 5 of 5 over the last 5, an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes, a 13-2 run over the last 3+ minutes. Jordan, right side. They go to Osteen. Osteen lobs it down low to Johnson. Passes off her hands out of bounds. Good defense there by Bugwa, challenging Johnson when the ball went up in the air, and Johnson dropped it out of bounds, and DCA will have it, trailing by 16. We'll see if they have a couple of buckets left in them to trim this down near double digits at halftime. Quisenberry between the legs, lost the basketball. Up top they go to Bugwa. Bugwa, right-hand drive, working on Gavin. Back up top to Quisenberry, deep on the left side. Quisenberry dribbles back and forth between her left hand and right hand. She'll work right side, gets a screen, back over to Bugwa. A little pick and roll. Bugwa skips it over to Metz, right corner. Sacred Heart closes fastly, and Paisley Metz couldn't shoot it. You hear Billy Eman maybe yell in the background for Paisley to shoot it. Bugwa trapped down low, goes back over to Quisenberry. She'll drive floater. No, lobbed it down low to Bugwa, but they call Quisenberry for a charge, or is there a clear out in the lane? It's a foul on Sacred Heart, so the bucket on for Bugwa doesn't count. It's a foul on Riley Gavin down low, who kind of hooked around to lay at Quisenberry. She drove down the lane. So points wiped off the scoreboard for DCA. Meyer, right corner, comes to Bugwa. She fires a right wing 3, misses short. Rebound chased down by Bugwa for DCA. Bugwa will drive in, goes to Meyer in the corner. Meyer loses her footing and tries to call timeout, as she cannot, as she went down hard on that far side. Lost her footing, got tripped up, and Sacred Heart will take over. Nadia Abrams will check in for DCA now. And Inman is still telling Paisley Metz to shoot that ball in the corner. He's been letting her have it basically the rest of that possession. New player checks in for Sacred Heart, number 3, Becca Carson, the sophomore, averages under 2 points per game, and Zakiah Johnson will check out. Sacred Heart had 6 players on the floor there. Johnson didn't realize, she's probably not used to coming out of basketball games, didn't realize that she was coming out at least this early. If you look at Sacred Heart's numbers, they have a ton of players, like 9 or 10 of them that appeared in like 28+ games. Around the screen, Wilkins, left wing 3 is short. Rebound comes back out to Carson, back to Wilkins. Wilkins fakes a pass right-hand side to Jordan. Now Shiota with cutting Jordan. Bounces it down low, wide open on the baseline, and good for Riley Gavin. Gavin has got 5 in this one, the freshman. It's 33-15. Sacred Heart leads by 8 with 40 seconds to play in this first half. And a scoring drought now nearing 4 minutes for DCA. Left wing, Bugwa fires it over to Metz in the right corner. Metz back up top to Quisenberry, right side. Quisenberry, crossover, left hand, gets a screen from Blackford. She'll drive in, lobs it down low to Bugwa, who puts it off the glass and good. That ends the scoring drought at 3 minutes and 37 seconds for DCA. Bugwa has got 8. Quickly the other way, Sacred Heart's Wilkins lays it up, but she's fouled. Wilkins hits the deck hard. There are 3 white jerseys in there. Foul's going to be on Paisley Metz. That is Metz's first. That is DCA's second. And 2 free throws coming for Brianna Wilkins, who has 6 in this game. The Sacred Heart team has scored 80-plus in 10 games this year. They've even hit 90-plus in a game versus Dixie Heights earlier this year. That's why they're the number 1 ranked team in the state. Number 1 scoring team in the state. Metz is going to sit out. Meyer will come in for her. Metz passed up what wasn't a great look in the right corner last possession, but enough for Billy Inman to say, if you're not going to shoot it, we'll take you out of the basketball game. Second free throw for Wilkins is also good. Wilkins has got 8. It's 35-17, and DCA's Grace Meyer will inbound it with 15.2 to play and a little full court press again here from Sacred Heart. Meyer has it. Right baseline comes into Bugwa. In backcourt, they go to Quisenberry with 13 to play now. Far sideline, Quisenberry in the front court, gets a screen from Blackford. She'll drive right hand around Gavin, puts it up, and she's fouled. Good take by Alea Quisenberry, who had 7 first-quarter points. She didn't have anything here in the second quarter, but she'll get 2 free throws here from the line. Alea Quisenberry with DCA trailing by 18 with 7 seconds to play. And 2 free throws coming for the senior Alea Quisenberry. First one is no good. Soft touch, but not soft enough for it to fall through. Just a little bit off to the right. The Sacred Heart winning streak was at 92 straight against Kentucky teams before it was snapped earlier this year in a loss to Simon Kenton in overtime. Second free throw by Quisenberry is good. She has 8 with 7 to play. It's 35-18. Case into front court. Her free throw line floater is no good. Blackford has the rebound. We play 1 half of basketball. Sacred Heart by 17. It's Valkyries 35, Lady Warriors 18 after 1 half of basketball. We broke down the first half. Coming up for you in 3 minutes on your home for Lady Warrior basketball. Brought to you by Stewart Powell Ford Mazda, the hometown radio network.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
Danville Christian Academy provides the type of schooling that appeals to many families. If it's something that appeals to your family, you probably already know the positive benefits of a faith-based school. But did you know that DCA's location north of Danville is only a few minutes away from Nicholasville, Wilmore, Harrodsburg, and Bergen? A quality faith-based education in a unique campus setting is closer to your home than you probably thought. Check them out at dcaky.org. Danville Christian Academy, engaging the truth, empowering the future.
Are you shopping for a new tax professional for your farm, LLC, corporation, partnership, or nonprofit? This is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. At the Danville location, we have IRS-enrolled agents and certified business specialists that are uniquely trained to help with any complex tax situation. We're open all year and offer in-person or virtual appointments, as well as drop-off and pick up to meet your needs. Give us a call at 859-236-3281 or stop by the office at 216 Burn Avenue in Danville and let us show you why it's better with Block.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Danville Dealmaker, Bob Allen.
New Rams cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Lease new 24 Ram 2500 for only $339 per month for 60 months. $54.71 plus first payment, taxes, and fees. Due at signing, 7,500 lease miles per year. Stock C24580. Save during the Ram Truck Month at Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Papa's Quick Stop number 17 in Danville, 270 Stewart's Lane, the former Bluegrass truck stop, has been completely remodeled. Open 24/7 under new ownership and management. Serving mouth-watering broaster chicken and delicious Hunt's Brothers pizza. Call ahead. They'll have it ready to pick up 24/7 at 859-209-2400. Ask to see Thomas or LaRonda, and they will tell you how you can get 8 to 13 cents per gallon off, less than what the sign says on your DSL needs. Papa's Quick Stop number 17 in Danville, 270 Stewart's Lane, is your one-stop shop for truckers and travelers.
Well, DCA's only chance in this game was to hit from three-point range. They are 1 for 12 from three-point range in the first half, 7 of 33 from the field as a team. Out-rebounded by Sacred Heart 25-20. And 7 turnovers for DCA. So they're losing the turnover battle, they're losing the rebounding battle, they're losing the three-point shooting battle, and field goal percentage-wise, losing that as well. And, you know, part of that probably has to do with the fact they're playing the number 1 ranked team in the state, but they've missed some pretty good looks as well, DCA has. DCA led in scoring by Alea Quisenberry and Grace Bugwa, who both have 8. Amari Blackford has 2. Paisley Metz, Grace Meyer, Nadia Abrams all played in that first half, and Shuna Ding, but did not score. For Sacred Heart, they've had just about everybody who stepped foot on the floor except for one player, Becca Carson, who did not score in that first half. 8 for Brianna Wilkins, 7 for Zakiah Johnson, 5 for Riley Gavin and Caroline Osteen, 4 for Tootie Jordan and Morgan Fry, and 2 for Tari Ralston. Again, Becca Carson played but did not score. Those are the offensive numbers. Tim has defensive numbers. Tim, what do you have?
All right, so we'll start off with Sacred Heart. Tootie Jordan with 4 rebounds, Zakiah Johnson with 8 and 2 blocks, Brianna Wilkins with 4, Caroline Osteen with 1, Morgan Frey with 2, and then Becca Carson with 1. And then over for the DCA girls, Grace Bugwa with 8 rebounds, 1 block, Amari Blackford with 5, Alea Quisenberry with 3, Grace Meyer with 4 rebounds, and Paisley Metz with 1, and that's the totals for the first half.
It is 35-18, Sacred Heart by 17 here at the break. Back in 3 minutes on your home for DCA basketball, presented by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the Hometown Radio Network. On the current U.S. market, you need an agent with the right connections, technology, and strategies to achieve your home buying or selling vision. Thank goodness for Tammy Carr's RE/MAX Elite Realty of Danville. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed and want someone to take the wheel, or you have it covered and just need a second opinion, you can rest assured Tammy Carr of RE/MAX Elite Realty is the right agent for any level of service in any market condition. When buying or selling, call Tammy at 859-245-1165.
Start your day the Hardee's way by mixing and matching these specials. You'll enjoy an order of biscuits and gravy, or get a steak biscuit, or get a sausage and egg biscuit. Choose any 2 for just $5. When it's time for lunch, I have a hunch you'll love these great values. Mix and match a hot ham and cheese, or a double cheeseburger, or a chicken tender wrap, or a chili dog. Mix and match any 2, and that includes fries and a drink for just $5.99. Hardee's, Shelby Street, Junction City. It tastes like America.
Mike Gay here. Everyone at SD is cheering for our local high school teams this season. We're proud to be a sponsor and are rooting for your success both athletically and professionally. Good luck. Have a great season. And from SD in Harrodsburg and Danville, we're behind you all the way. For more information about our commitment to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place and learn more about our job opportunities, visit sd.com/careers. That's ESSITY.com/careers. sd.com/careers.
The Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex is fun for everyone. They strive to create a Christ-like atmosphere that's safe, clean, and fun. They offer 2 indoor ice rinks, 3 gymnasiums, and 54 holes of outdoor biblical miniature golf. Celebrate the kid's next birthday at the Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex and includes ice skating, gym rental, and mini golf. For complete details on everything they have to offer, Facebook them at Lexington Ice Center. Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex, 560 Eureka Springs Drive. They're fun all the time.
Hungry for some Lenten meal specials?
Hi, this is Jimmy letting you know about some of our seafood options, including grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, grilled shrimp, or you can do a combo with grilled tilapia and shrimp, fried jumbo shrimp, hand-battered cod, our delicious hand-battered cod sandwich with fresh French fries. As always, we only use fresh ingredients made to order. That's at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville in the Greenleaf Shopping Center.
Dine in or take out fresh from our family. Danville's Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Together, let's drive at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease a new 25 Chevy Equinox LT for only $239 per month for 24 months. $3,000 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 lease miles per year. Stock M25 269. Bob Allen Chevrolet, located on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
35-18, Sacred Heart leads by 17 here at the half. Sacred Heart 13 of 30 from the field. They did outscore DCA 22-9 in the second quarter, which is where things really got out of hand. Turnovers for Sacred Heart, they got 10 points off turnovers. DCA has just 3. 10 second chance points for Sacred Heart compared to 6 for DCA. 6 fast break points for Sacred Heart compared to none for DCA. And 7 bench points for Sacred Heart compared to none for DCA. I mean, all that adds up. You can kind of see the way things are going and why the score is what it is right now. Billy Inman was, as he was yesterday, very adamant with his team at halftime, particularly with Paisley Matz. Telling Paisley, you've got to shoot the ball. And that's the only way DCA has a chance is if they're hitting three-pointers. You know, and you can't hit them unless you throw them up. And they're just 1 for 12 from three-point range. They have held Sakaya Johnson to just 2 for 11 from the field, but she's got 7 points and 8 rebounds, along with an assist. And so even when the best player in the state, bar none, is not shooting real well, still impacting the game in so many other ways. 7 points and 8 rebounds for Sakaya Johnson. These two teams have played once, happened back on January 30th. You heard Billy Inman say in the pregame that it was actually a game he didn't want to play. DCA was coming off against Sacred Heart was their 5th game in 8 days. They had just finished the All-A tournament. They had played Lincoln County that Monday after the All-A tournament in that district game at Lincoln County. We were there for that game. And then that Saturday, they played Sacred Heart that Saturday of that Lincoln County game that week. So they had played 5 games in 8 days. And he said essentially it was an 18-point game to begin the fourth quarter, which is where this game is right now, 17 points at the half. But he brought in the bench players, as Sacred Heart did, and that kind of helped pad the cushion, so to say, for Sacred Heart to make it a 28-point win. Louisville Assumption also beat Sacred Heart earlier this year by 28 points.
No, you said Assumption beat Sacred Heart. Sorry,
Assumption beat DCA by 28 points. Those two teams played in the 7th Region Championship game. Sacred Heart beat them 45-44. So, that's something that Billy Inman used with his team before this game began, that yes, Sacred Heart is good. Yes, they deserve our respect. They're a phenomenal team, but they are not unbeatable. Right now, Tim, they are looking unbeatable with the way they played in the first half, and you got to give them credit. DCA has certainly missed their fair share of shots that if they had hit, this game would be a lot closer, but that's how basketball is, right?
Yeah.
The team that loses misses oftentimes more shots than the team that wins, and that's DCA right now, down by 17 here at the break. What do the Warriors need to do? Is there any chance for a second half comeback, or at least to make this game more interesting?
Mike Marcy stopped by and asked you and I both which one's worse, can't score or can't stop the ball, and we both answered can't score.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the thing. They got to make the shots they've been making all year long. I mean, we've even seen Grace Bugwa up underneath just put too much strength into it, too much force, and shooting it over the goal, and she hits those all the time. They just need to play their game. I mean, that's just a big thing. This is a very good team. Don't be intimidated by them. Do what you know what to do and how to do it.
35-18, Sacred Heart by 17. Winner of this game, we should say, gets George Rogers Clark tonight, who just about and would have put a running clock on Frederick Douglass had they kept their starters in. That George Rogers Clark team looks really good.
Very good.
And, I mean, we can make no bones about it. I think what the state wants to see is Sacred Heart versus George Rogers Clark.
Yeah.
They want to see the number 1 ranked team in the state all year long, and for the last 4 years versus the number 2 ranked team in the state basically all year long, George Rogers Clark. It's trending that way. We'll see if DCA has something to say about that in the second half. We have second half action coming up for you on the Stewart Powell Ford Mazda DCA coverage in the KHSA Girls Sweet 16 Final Four matchup between DCA and Sacred Heart in 3 minutes right here on WHIR Danville.
Cindy Lanham is proud to serve you as your shelter insurance agent in Lancaster. She can help you make sure you get the right coverage at the right price while providing the quality service you expect. Cindy offers auto, home, life, renters, personal articles, insurance, business insurance, ATV insurance, boat, motorcycle, RV insurance, and farm insurance. Feel free to give Cindy a call and discuss your insurance options today at 859-792-6330. She's located in her new location, 100 North Paulding Street, Lancaster.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
If you have been involved in an accident, take your vehicle to a body shop who gets the job done right the first time. This is where Himes Body Shop in Lancaster comes to mind. With all the updated, top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art equipment, computerized mix and matching of paint, and free pickup and delivery within a certain mile radius, Steve offers 40 years in the body shop repair business. A proud supporter of high school sports is Himes Body Shop, 953 Stanford Street in Lancaster. Like them on Facebook.
Fun and relaxing. The most beautiful beds of any inn in the world and an elegant world-class dining room. That's what you get at Mountain Harbor Inn Resort in the lake in Dandridge, Tennessee. What else do you get? A view from your suite of the beautiful Douglas Lake, caressed by the Great Smoky Mountains, as well as a romantic sunset cruise. When you stay at Mountain Harbor Inn, you're staying at the best. Don't believe me? Let the rankings speak for themselves. Previously named the top 10 resort in the world and a member of the TripAdvisor Hall of Fame. Mountain Inn Resort on the lake in Dandridge, Tennessee. Just a 3-hour drive south of Danville.
Thoroughbred Express Wash wants you to get ready for the race of a lifetime with your chance to win the ultimate Kentucky Derby experience. Full details coming March 17th. In the meantime, make sure your car looks good this spring with an unlimited membership from Thoroughbred Express Wash. Wash and dry, tires shine, wheel cleaner, high-powered vacuums, all-purpose cleaner spray, fresh microfiber towels, and more. Join the winner's circle and get Derby ready with Thoroughbred Express Wash. ThoroughbredExpressWash.com or Houstonville Road, Danville.
Looking for a pharmacy that does more than hand you a prescription in a paper bag? A pharmacist who knows you and your family members on a first-name basis. Raymond Float's Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville offers personal service from people who go the extra mile for you, featuring a compounding service, drive-up window, delivery service, handicapped accessible, multi-dose compliance packaging, immunizations given, plus an app to help manage your medications. Trust the professionals at Danville's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, 127 Bypass behind Cracker Barrel, open 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday.
35-18, Sacred Heart leads here as we begin the second half of play. 8 points for Alea Quisenberry and Grace Boogwa, 2 for Amari Blackford. Only 3 Lady Warriors have scored in the first half, and on the other side, 7 Valkyries have scored for Sacred Heart, who, when you look at their sideline, Donna Moyer, their head coach, they've won the 7th region 13 times in school history. They won the state title 8 times. When they won the state title for the 6th time, they became the first school to ever win the girls' state title 6 times. When they won it for the 7th time, they became the first school to ever win it 7 times, so on and so forth to the 8th time. They're looking to win it the 9th time this year, and they are 16 minutes away from a date with George Rogers Clark in that state championship later on tonight. Zakiah Johnson, right hand, bounce pass down low, blocked by Boogwa. It was Osteen who was down low, and baby Grace Boogwa has the block, has the rebound, hands it off to Quisenberry. Good defensive start, at least, for DCA early in this second half. Alea Quisenberry in the front court near side. DCA now shoots at the basket nearest us. Quisenberry to Blackford. Fakes the left wing 3, goes to Meyer in the corner. Meyer lobs it down low to Boogwa, who makes the catch. Falls away, goes to Metz in the corner. Metz back down low to Boogwa. Turn around, fall away jumpers, way short. Rebound is on the floor. Meyer goes down and hits the deck hard with her face. Went face first into the floor. Her arm got tangled up underneath Osteen, and she couldn't brace herself when she went down. And Meyer holds up her thumb and says, I'm good to go. Well, she took a hard spill, though. You actually saw her wince when she hit the floor. It is a jump ball. Will stay with DCA, by the way, so Lady Warriors will have the basketball. Right baseline, Alea Quisenberry has the basketball and will inbound it. Same starting 5 on both sides for Sacred Heart and DCA to begin this second half. Meyer, left corner 3, way short. Rebound is taken by Jordan. Jordan up the court to Wilkins. Metz is there to cut her off on the baseline. Wilkins will back it back up. Think about a right corner 3. They go over to Jordan. Jordan, left-hand dribble in the lane. Stops over Quisenberry. No good. Rebound tapped over the air. Back to Jordan. Her floater's good. No, it fell off the rim. Rebound still up in the air. Comes out to Amari Blackford, who has it. Blackford down the court to Metz, who's wide open. open. Johnson trails her. Metz lays it up over Johnson and got it to go home. Paisley Metz in the scoreboard. That's exactly what Billy Inman wants her to do. Shoot more and score more. Remember, Paisley, when Grace was out, led DCA in scoring the first 8 games of the year. Right corner, baseline jumper, good for Zakiya Johnson. Johnson's got 9 in this one. It's 37-20. Sacred Heart by 17. 6:50 to play here in this third quarter. Quisenberry in the front court, gets a screen, and will dribble it off of Jordan's foot out of bounds. Will stay with DCA. She was looking to cross over from her left hand to her right, and when she did, it bounced off Jordan's right foot out of bounds. Whistle delays play as Sacred Heart has a player. That's Morgan Fry, who was tying her shoe. Fry wears number 33. She has the best height on Sacred Heart's roster. They have her listed at 6'3". Inbound pass comes into Alea Quisenberry. Quisenberry around the screen from Blackford. Fry picks her up. She'll stop, hesitate, crossover, left hand, spins on Fry. Her floater on the right baseline is good. Quisenberry was out there dancing, and Fry looking like she was shook out there on her tiptoes. It's 10 for Alea Quisenberry, 37-22. Sacred Heart's lead is 15. Osteen goes to Fry. Mid-range jumper over Bugwa is off the back rim. Comes back out to Fry to Johnson. Wide open, left wing three, good.
Girls, you got to get your rebounds, okay? I know you can block out, because if you did that, you keep Johnson from shooting. So
yeah, second chance points and big ones for Sacred Heart on a 3 by Johnson. It's 40-22. Blackford in the corner to Meyer. Meyer, one dribble, cut off by Fry. Back over to Blackford, down low to Bugwa, over her head, out of bounds. Entry pass was too much from Blackford to Bugwa. Nadia Abrams is going to check in for DCA, and Billy Inman with strong words for Blackford, probably saying, Tim, what you said exactly just a minute ago. You got to block out, and it keeps Zakiya Johnson from attempting a wide open 3. Jordan in the front court. Right wing has the basketball. Quisenberry cuts her off to a cutting Johnson. Johnson back up top. Wilkins straight on 3. Good. And Wilkins hit the deck, and Sacred Heart's lead is now up to 21. It's 43-22. Wilkins, the second Valkyrie in double figures with 11. Quisenberry left-hand drive, kicks it back over to Bugwa. Bugwa almost lost the basketball, turns around, fires a right wing 3. It's short. Rebound comes out to Zakiya Johnson. Johnson near side to Jordan. Jordan in the front court with a right-hand dribble. Will work on Quisenberry. Stops, fakes. Her floater off the baseline's no good. Rebound tapped over the air. It's out of bounds. No, it's a foul on Grace Meyer. Yeah, Meyer just got a little bit of a shove on Wilkins and knocked her out of bounds. Foul on Grace. Meyer is her first. That is DCA's first. And Amari Blackford checks back in. And I was watching Amari's expression when Coach Inman was in her face about not blocking out. And her only answer to Coach Inman was, yes, sir, over and over again. Inbound pass comes into Fry with Bugwa on her. They go to Johnson around the screen. Long two-point jumper, too hard. Rebound tapped up in the air. It's off of Quisenberry's hands. Comes out to Jordan. Jordan baseline. 15-footer. Comes off. Strong side rebound snatched by Amari Blackford. He will go back to Quisenberry, but it's taken by Jordan. Stepped in front of the passing lane, and Jordan stepped in the baseline out of bounds. That time Blackford did protect the rebound, but then threw it away, trying to get it back to Quisenberry. Luckily for DCA, Judy Jordan stepped on the baseline. It is 43-22. Sacred Heart by 21 under 5 minutes to play in this second half. Entry pass to Bugwa on the free throw line. Goes to Metz in the corner. Metz, right corner 3. Rolls off the rim, comes out. Bugwa has the rebound. Taken away by Wilkins on the backside. Wilkins in the front court. 2-on-1 break. No look pass to Jordan. Lays it up over top of Quisenberry. Missed it, but the follow by Sacred Heart's good. That's Caroline Osteen, who has 7. It's now a 23-point Valkyrie lead. 45-22. Quisenberry in the front court. Crowd has gotten very quiet here as well at Rupp Arena. They kind of see the writing on the wall, it looks like, at this point. Quisenberry to Bugwa on the right elbow. She fires a long two-pointer, rolls off the rim, comes off. Good looks for DCA, can't get him to go home. Johnson has the rebound in the front court. Stops, transition, jumper off the back rim. Rebound up in the air. Quisenberry and Jordan battle for it. It'll go to DCA off of Tootie Jordan. Changes for both teams. For Sacred Heart, it is Riley Gavin who checks in for DCA. Nadia Abrams checks in for Amari Blackford. Under 4.5 to play now. DCA being outscored here in this third quarter, 10-4. Quisenberry in the front court. Works on Gavin. She'll drive in. Right-hand floater off the baseline. No good. Rebound comes out right to Grace Meyer on the wing. Meyer, one dribble, looking back over. Bugwa side in the corner. Bugwa makes the catch. Johnson on her. Goes back to Quisenberry, who makes the catch. Spins around Jordan. Crossover. Drives in. Throws it up for Bugwa, but too high in the lob, out of bounds. And Sacred Heart will have it. Again, another DCA scoring drought. 2 minutes and 14 seconds now without a bucket for DCA here in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's almost like the thought of quicksand. The more they struggle, the more they're, the fight to get out of this hole, the deeper they're getting into it. And, just mentally, that can take a lot on you.
Johnson, left corner, looking for Jordan. It's tipped into backcourt. Sounded like a train just rolled over Rupp Arena. I guess it was thunder outside. Right side, they go over to Fry deep on the left wing. Fry looking for Jordan around the screen, drives baseline, gets it up over Bugwa, and is fouled by Bugwa. A little bit of contact on Jordan on the reverse layup. Foul on Grace Bugwa is her second. It is DCA's second, and we'll send Tootie Jordan to the line for 2 free throws. You got to have a lot to stop what Sacred Heart throws at you.
You do, and you've got to be on your game.
Their biggest margin of victory this year, they won by 79 in a game earlier this year. First free throw, is good by Jordan. Blackford will check back in. Beat Seneca by 79 points. Their closest margin of win, 1 point. That win over Assumption in the region tournament, 45-44. This is 18 straight state tournament wins for Sacred Heart, looking for their 19th straight this year. In this game, and 20 straight would give them 5 consecutive state championships. Jordan's second free throw is also good. She's got 6, 47-22. Sacred Heart by 25. Quisenberry in the front court between the legs, and she'll work on number 3, Becca Carson, back up top to Quisenberry, works left corner over to Meyer. Meyer down low to Bugwa, who spins, faces up over to Blackford and Metz. Right corner back to Blackford. They swing it, skip it back over to Meyer. Meyer down low to Bugwa. Good pass, lays it up and in. Bugwa kind of separated herself, a slight push off of Johnson, and the pass was telegraphed right to Grace Bugwa. Bugwa's got 10. It is 47-24, left wing for Sacred Heart. Lob down low, taken away by DCA. Blackford and Bugwa are both there. Under 3 to play now. Next stoppage gives us our media timeout. DCA looking for back-to-back buckets. 47-24. Quisenberry drives right hand, steps around a couple of guys, lays it up and in. 12 for Alea Quisenberry. She's not going down out of 5. It's 47-26. Down low, looking for Fry. Layup is no good. Rebound off of Sacred Heart will go to DCA. That leads us to our media timeout. So back-to-back buckets for Lady Warriors. And we've hit the media timeout. Sacred Heart 47, DCA 26, with 2:38 to play in this third quarter. Back in 2 minutes on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville.
Mike Gay here. Everyone at SD is cheering for our local high school teams this season. We're proud to be a sponsor and are rooting for your success both athletically and professionally. Good luck. Have a great season. And from SD in Harrodsburg and Danville, we're behind you all the way. For more information about our commitment to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place and learn more about our job opportunities, visit sd.com/careers. That's ESSITY.com/careers. sd.com/careers.
A winning combination. McDonald's and Danville Christian Academy. All that rooting on the Warriors has got you hungry, and you don't have to spend a bunch of money to get full. At McDonald's, $5 is all you need. Pick a McDouble, McChicken, or a hot and spicy McChicken. You also get a 4-piece chicken McNugget, small fries, and a small drink, all for just $5. If basketball had a 5-point shot, this would be it. The $5 meal deal at McDonald's of Danville and Harrisburg, where they're rooting on DCA in the Sweet 16 tournament.
At Johnson & Pullman Insurance, they believe independence works better together. That's why they partnered with Keystone. Keystone strengthens the agency with industry expertise, relationships, and additional resources that help them better safeguard livelihoods, bolster businesses, and fortify communities, all while remaining locally owned. While working with you, you get the best of both worlds. Natural resources locally sourced. John Funkhauser says, good luck, DCA Warriors. Bring home state titles.
For most of us, power outages, however rare, are a frustrating inconvenience. For others, they're a matter of life and death. If you or someone you love depends on electrically powered life support equipment, give the friendly folks at your local electric cooperative a call. They can help by noting the situation on a special list of customers who receive top priority in restoring power following unplanned outages. We're Kentucky's electric cooperative, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Grace Bugwa and Alea Quisenberry with 22 of DCA's 26 points. Metz, Meyer, and Blackford are combined 2 of 17 from the field tonight. And what's made DCA get through this first 2 games is the good play of Blackford and Meyer. You know, Meyer obviously hit a couple of massive free throws in yesterday's game. Blackford as well had a massive game in Game 1 versus Davis County. But right now they need answers. DCA does. Blackford has it right wing. They skip it back to Meyer left wing. Meyer has it with Fry on her, kicks it back over to Quisenberry, who chases it down on the right side. Quisenberry in the corner to Metz. Metz, right corner, 3, too hard. Rebound comes out, taken by Jordan. Jordan in the front court, trying to beat Quisenberry down the court with a left-hand dribble. She does, lays it up and in. Judy Jordan's got 8, 49-26. Sacred Heart lead is back at 23. Go Lady Warriors from the Nutrition Center in Danville. They're on Houstonville Road. Local vitamins, herbs, groceries, your local store, rooting on your local team. The DCA Lady Warriors going for a Final Four win. Entry pass to Bugwa is knocked off of Zakiah Johnson out of bounds. Will stay with Danville Christian Academy. DCA also out-rebounded by 6 so far in this game, 33-27. Meyer, left baseline, looking in for Bugwa, who makes the catch over Johnson. Turns around, deep, straight on, hands it off to Quisenberry around the screen. Johnson picks her up now, back down, a little give and go. Good pass by Quisenberry. Bugwa leaning to her left and put it up and in off the window. Bugwa has got 12 now in this game to match Alea Quisenberry. And Amari Blackford has a problem with her shoe back behind the play. Her right shoe came off.
Yeah, I was going to say the problem is it's not on her foot. And so she's got to get it on, popped on real quick inside and get back down the floor.
And she will. Her right shoe. She wears brown shoes. DCA does not wear team shoes. Sacred Heart does. They're all wearing red low-top Nikes. Sacred Heart is. Zakiah Johnson, who has led Sacred Heart in scoring 4 consecutive years in a point-per-game margin. Wilkins up top. That's Gavin. Gavin will drive baseline, floater over Bugwa, no good, and Grace Bugwa has the rebound for DCA. One dribble, hands it off to Quisenberry with 1:20 to play, and Sacred Heart up 21 on DCA, 49-28. Quisenberry works, right hand, crossover, works on Carson, lobs it down low to Bugwa, another good pass, Bugwa missed it. Rebound is taken by Morgan Fry, though. Bugwa with a good look. Came off to Fry. Fry down the court looking for Jordan. Jordan, baseline floater, no good. Bugwa battles for the rebound. It's off of Fry. It actually called Fry for a foul, battling Grace Bugwa for that loose ball. Foul on Morgan Fry is her 3rd. That is Sacred Heart's 1st. And with 1:04 to play, DCA basketball trailing by 21. Only 4 Lady Warriors have scored in this game. Metz, Quisenberry, Blackford, and Bugwa. Under a minute to play now. Quisenberry in the front court with Jordan on her. She'll work right hand, crossover in the corner to Meyer. Meyer down low to Bugwa, left block with a right hand dribble. Turnaround right hand hook is short. Johnson has the rebound for the Valkyries. Zakiah Johnson in the front court was looking down the court. Passing lane taken away. She'll take it herself instead. They go over. Wide open 3 is short by Sacred Heart. That was taken by number 3, Becca Carson, as Blackford reaches out for her left hand off her fingertips out of bounds and will roll off over there near the corner, and Sacred Heart will keep the basketball on that far side with 38.3 to play. 12 and 10 for Zakiah Johnson. She has a double-double. 12 and 9 for Grace Bugwa. She's a board away from a double-double. Jordan deep on the left side. Will swing it over on a skip pass, right corner to Fry with Bugwa on her. Drives the free throw line. They go to Carson, down low to Gavin, blocked away by Bugwa. Good defense by Grace Bugwa. Rebound comes out to Paisley Metz, and she hands it off to Alea Quisenberry with 18 to play in this 3rd quarter, and DCA trailing by 21. Up top, Bugwa fires a straight-on 3, misses left-hand side. Rebound taken by Blackford, who puts it up and rolls it in. 4 for Amari Blackford, 49-30, 5 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter. Down the court, Gavin. Gavin drives baseline, blocked by Bugwa again. Bugwa has the rebound as well. We played 3 quarters of basketball. It is Sacred Heart by 19 over DCA, 49-30, 8 minutes to go in this state Final Four game. Back in 1 minute for the 4th on your home for DCA basketball, presented by our title sponsor, Stewart Powell Ford Mazda on the Hometown Radio Network.
At Ephraim McDowell Health, we understand that a medical procedure shouldn't mean leaving behind the little moments that matter most. That's why we bring advanced care right to your community. Because healing isn't just about procedures, it's about being surrounded by the life you've built and the ones who know you best. Ephraim McDowell Health, rooted in community, focused on health. Discover care that keeps you close to home. Visit us today at emhealth.org.
With Would you like to receive a free gift? Refer a friend or family member to Farmers National Bank and receive your free gift. It's simple. Visit the bank's website at fnbky.com. And when your friend opens a Farmers National Bank checking account, you receive a free gift. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If this game ends up going Sacred Heart's way, which it certainly looks to be heading that way, it's going to be the second quarter that DCA circles. They got outscored 13-9 in the first. They got outscored 14-12 in the third. But got outscored 22-9 in that second quarter, which is why Sacred Heart has the commanding 19-point lead. 12 points for Leah Quisenberry and Grace Bugwa, 4 for Blackford, 2 for Metz. And again, very balanced scoring for Sacred Heart, led by Zakiah Johnson with 12 and Brianna Wilkins with 11. Everyone else in single digits, but 7 different Valkyries have scored in this game. Go Lady Warriors from Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom and her staff there at the Boyle County Fiscal Court cheering on the DCA Lady Warriors as they try to make a comeback in this Final Four game, taking on the Sacred Heart Valkyries, the back-to-back defending state champions. Team, what do you think Coach Hinman's telling DCA right now? Sitting on the bench, they're down 19 points. What kind of positivity can he send DCA's way to see if they can work their way back somehow in the final 8 minutes?
Oh, just a big thing. Just tell the girls to, I've seen him say it a few times, fight. Just keep fighting. If you're going to get beat as playing as good as you can play. And so, I would probably tell the girls, all right, girls, let's just play the game and have fun. Right now, let's just try to get them to loosen up, relax a little bit.
Yeah, get beat, and if you get beat, go down swinging when you do. Tootie Jordan in the front court as this fourth quarter of play is underway. Wilkins has it right wing with Meyer on her. Gets a screen from Fry left side. She settles a mid-range jumper that misses short. Johnson, another rebound for Sacred Heart in the corner. Jordan left corner three. Rolls off, and Bukwa has the rebound, and she now has a double-double. 12 points, and that's her 11th rebound, for Grace Bukwa, according to the stats here on the big screen. Hands it off to Alea Quisenberry, who comes in the front court, 7.5 to play. Sacred Heart leading by 19. Blackford, right wing, three, too hard. Rebound actually bounced off the rim twice and threw off Bukwa's timing going up for the rebound, and Zakiah Johnson has it. They go up the court to Fry with Metz on her. Fry works around Metz, throws it up, missed it, and Bukwa has rebound number 12 for DCA. Turns around and goes over to Alea Quisenberry in the front court. Sacred Heart outscored DCA 14-12 in the third quarter. Right side. Quisenberry works, crossover, back to the left-hand side, back to her right hand now. Cut off by Jordan, left wing, long three by Bugwa is well short, didn't hit anything. And the rebound's taken by Zakiah Johnson, who throws it ahead to Wilkins, and Wilkins cannot chase it down. It's out of bounds on the baseline. Again, the one game Sacred Heart lost to a state of Kentucky team this year. They shot just 38% from the three-point line that game, which is not horrible by any means, but Sacred Heart hit Simon Kitten hit 12 three-pointers the game. They beat Sacred Heart, outscored Sacred Heart by 21 from the three-point line. Quisenberry down low, lobs it to Bugwa. Pass is taken away to Fry. Fry goes to Jordan, who fakes back to Fry. Left-hand layup good. Give Morgan Fry, the senior, 6 points. One of 3 seniors on this team for Sacred Heart. Johnson, Fry, and Osteen, all seniors. It's 51-30. Valkyries by 21. Bugwa kicks it in the corner. Meyer, left corner, three. Good! Grace Meyer finally hits one in that right corner. DCA has not shot it well from deep, and Meyer has her first points in this one. It's 51-33, and now the other way, Sacred Heart throws the basketball away. Well, Grace and Paisley and Alea can just hit 6 more in a row. This game's tied. They're down by 18. Need a lot more shots to fall for them. Fry will check out, and Gavin checks back in for Sacred Heart. Again, just a freshman. They've got Brianna Wilkins back next year, Tootie Jordan back next year, Gavin Ralston all back next year for Sacred Heart. They'll be loaded again. Quisenberry in the left wing to Bugwa. She fires the left wing. Three. Good! Back-to-back for DCA. One by Meyer. One by Bugwa, who has 15 now. 51-36. Warriors have trimmed that lead down to 15 for the Valkyries. Tootie Jordan walks in the front court. She got Zakiah Johnson to the free throw line. They go over to Gavin, deep in the left-hand side. Back to Wilkins. Wilkins looking for Jordan around the screen. Pass taken away by Alea Quisenberry. The lane is at least, so Wilkins keeps it herself. She'll drive right hand to a baseline cutting Jordan. Lost the basketball, gets it back to to Gavin, who lays it up and in. 7 for Riley Gavin. Right over top of Grace Bugwa's outstretched arm, 53-36.
I'm watching Zakiya Johnson post up against Amari Blackford and watch. She's pushing her. She's not moving Amari. And so it's really starting to fatigue Zakiya Johnson just working against her.
Bugwa top of the circle. Deep. Straight on, goes to Metz, right corner. She'll fire a three. Back to back to back for DCA. Metz hits one. Bugwa hits one. Meyer hits one. That Sacred Heart lead down to 14 with 5:03 to play in this fourth quarter. It's a full timeout for DCA. Back in 1 minute on 103.9 FM WHIR.
Quick Stop number 7 across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds and discover the enchanting world of Candleberry candles in the huge Candleberry Corner. Refresh your world with an array of fresh cargo scents for your car for just $1.99. Tantalizing tarts $7.99. Delightful room sprays for $9.50. Small jars are $14.99. Large jars $25.99. Grand candy jars for $89.99. And the large selection of cookie jars for that special someone at $159.99. Visit Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across the Boyle County Fairgrounds on the bypass for an exhilarating experience like no other.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Together, let's drive at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease a new 25 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $349 a month for 24 months. $54.99 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 lease miles per year. Stock M25188. Bob Allen Chevrolet, located on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
DCA is going to need a lot more three-pointers if they want to continue to chip away at the Sacred Heart lead, and they need some really good defense as well. 53-39. Sacred Heart by 14, 5:03 to play. DCA has made, again, 3 three-pointers in a row, 3 of their last 3 for DCA, and has outscored Sacred Heart 9-4 in the early part of this fourth quarter. DCA wanted a full timeout. Billy Emmons still meeting with his team. Donna Moyer to our right meeting with her team. And when you think of everything that Sacred Heart has accomplished, that 92-game winning streak against Kentucky competition, when you look at the 4 consecutive years that Sacred Heart has won the state championship and what their record is in those 4 consecutive years. I've got it written in my notes somewhere, Tim, but I can't find it. I'll find it eventually.
It's a lot too little.
Yeah. It's something like 128-20 or something, right? And you hear and you say, well, they've lost 20 games. Well, about 19 of those 20 came to teams outside the state of Kentucky.
State, yeah.
You know, Sacred Heart's kind of like DCA in the fact that they've got to play their region teams. They do, the district teams, of course, but they play a lot of teams from Indiana. Of course, they're from Louisville, so there's that close proximity, but there's not a lot of teams who want to play Sacred Heart in the state of Kentucky because they know how good they are. 53-39, 5 minutes to play. Do the Lady Warriors have one more run in them? Jordan, left wing, they go to Gavin. Gavin Bugwa gives her a ton of space. She'll work top of the circle, back to Wilkins. Wilkins back to Gavin, deep on the left-hand side. They go in the corner of Jordan. Jordan hesitates. She'll drive. Baseline. Bugwa down low. Baseline pass blocked away by Bugwa on the attempt by Gavin. And DCA has the basketball. Paisley Metz rebounded it. Now Bugwa double team goes to Quisenberry. Quisenberry has to get in the front court quickly, though. She takes her time getting into front court. Come on, Alea. There we go, into front court. She finally gets it. Jordan on her. Gets a screen from Abrams as Quisenberry tries to cut right-hand side. Cut off by Wilkins. Crossover left hand. Drives in. Floater in the paint. No good. Bugwa's put back, and she's fouled. Good take by Quisenberry. And again, when Quisenberry can drive the lane like that, the defense has to make the decision. Do you pull up and take Alea Quisenberry? Do you leave Grace Bugwa with single coverage? Do you collapse on both of them, leave a corner 3 open? This time they opted to let Quisenberry attempt the floater. Quisenberry's floater was no good, but Bugwa did clean up the mess. Her first free throw is good. Bugwa has got 16. And DCA trying to chip away. It's 53-40. Second free throw for the University of Louisville commit, Grace Bugwa, is up and good. Grace could have been teammates with Zakiya Johnson at LSU. Instead, she opted to go to Louisville. 53-41. Billy Inman trying to once again implore his team to play defense. He did that multiple times yesterday against Henderson County. DCA fans start to make noise behind us. Jordan, right-hand side to Fry. Fry, baseline pass, looking for Gavin. Pass taken away by Bugwa, who has it for DCA. They have a chance to cut it to single digits here. Bugwa hands it off to Alea Quisenberry in the front court with 3:55 to play. DCA trailing by 12 here in this state Final Four game. Alea Quisenberry, Jordan on her, goes to Bugwa, left wing. She fires a three, partially blocked. It's out of no, it stayed in bounds. But Johnson threw it right to Bugwa. Her mid-range is too short. Blackford has the rebound, puts it back up, double teamed, and now she lost the basketball. Taken away by Osteen. Osteen goes to Jordan, far side. Jordan to front court with Quisenberry on her. Right corner, wide open three by Wilkins. Misses too hard. Paisley Metz has the rebound for DCA. Shovels it off to Quisenberry, who's manned up by Zakiah Johnson in backcourt. Johnson shakes her head at Alea Quisenberry. No, and Quisenberry with a crossover in the front court. Gets a screen from Blackford. Right-hand drive for Alea Quisenberry up top to Blackford. Blackford looking down low for Bugwa. Makes the catch of the block. One dribble. Right-hand hook. Misses. Rebound on the floor. Taken away by Morgan Fry on the far side. Fry hands it off over to Osteen. Osteen to Jordan. You can know Sacred Heart's kind of pushing things a little bit too here, Tim, but good looks for DCA, and they can't get one to go home. Tootie Jordan, left side, they go to Fry. Bugwa on her, 2:52 to play. Next timeout's immediate timeout, and we have a foul off the ball. It's on Grace Meyer, making contact with Brianna Wilkins. Foul on Grace Meyer is her second. That leads us to our immediate timeout, 53-41. Sacred Heart by 12. Go Lady Warriors from Lucretia My Gibson, Boyle County, PVA. Rooting on the Lady Warriors to make one last push against Sacred Heart. We'll see if they have it left in them. Back in 2 minutes on your home for DCA basketball, the Hometown Radio Network.
Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we are proud to be your hometown dealer for many reasons. Selection, service, convenient location, and our people. Your friends, family, and neighbors, since 1949 at Stuart Powell, we make it easy. Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. Visit us on the bypass in Danville or online at stuartpowell.com.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loan subject to credit approval.
Big deals.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Zakiah Johnson takes the inbound pass, goes to Wilkins, up top to Jordan. 53-41. DCA trails by 12 with 2:40 to play. Jordan works on Quisenberry, right side to Fry. Fry looking for Wilkins, cutting towards the basket, gets it to her on the right block. Myers there to pick her up. Wilkins off the backboard. She's fouled by Grace Meyer. Wilkins hits the deck hard. Foul on Meyer is her third, and that sends Brianna Wilkins, a 71.7% free throw shooter, to the line for two. Brianna Wilkins wears number 21. She's a junior. Big breath by Brianna Wilkins. Her first one is no good. Comes off the front rim. Grace Bugwa, 17 points, 13 rebounds. Zakiah Johnson, 12 points, 13 rebounds. That's been kind of a circled matchup tonight. Two of the best players in the state of Kentucky. Second free throw, no good. Comes off, and Bugwa has the rebound for DCA. What can they do here with 2:30 to play, trailing by 12? They've already hit 3 threes in this fourth quarter. Bugwa has it in backcourt, swings it to Blackford, who makes the catch in front of Wilkins. Blackford looking in the corner to Meyer. Left corner back to Bugwa, wide open. Left wing, 3, rolls short. Blackford clears the rebound, and she's fouled. No, it's an offensive foul on Amari Blackford, clearing the lane. It must have thrown an elbow. And Blackford picks up foul number 2. It is DCA's third. And Grace Bugwa is going to step out for a second for DCA. A good look for Grace Bugwa on that left wing. Meyer had a defender fly into her, passed it up and shoveled it off to her right, and Bugwa was wide open, and it just fell short, and Bugwa will check back into this basketball game. Top of the circle, Johnson hands it off. Back up top, 2:05 to play to Wilkins with Meyer on her. Wilkins back in the corner, Johnson, right corner three, good for Zakiya Johnson. That one may be the dagger. 15 for Zakiya, 56-41. DCA trails by 15, 1:55 to play, and Billy Inman wants a 30-second timeout. Go Lady Warriors from State Rep Daniel Elliott, rooting on the DCA Lady Warriors in this Final Four matchup against Sacred Heart. Go DCA from Boyle County, State Rep Daniel Elliott, 30-second timeout for Billy Inman. DCA, they cut it down to 12, but 0 for the last 5 from the field, Tim. And then when Zakiya Johnson hits that three in the right corner, so polished with the ball in her hands, that one just about finishes DCA off with 1:53 to play.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's you could just tell Zakiya Johnson, the way she handles the ball, the way she handles herself, the way her form. I mean, she's just a very polished basketball player. And I think the girls have done a pretty good job, even though she's got, pretty good stats. I still think the DCA girls have done a good job, but I think what's hurt them the most is that they just had an off-night shooting. And that happens when you play. I mean, you either hot or you're not.
Yeah, you just hope it doesn't come in the Final Four when you need the shots to go down. DCA 4 of 24 from deep, and 3 of those have gone down here in the fourth quarter. Meyer right in front of us on the sideline will come into Blackford, who sets a screen for Alea Quisenberry and hands it back off to Alea with 1:50 to play, with DCA trailing by 15. Quisenberry looking down low for Bugwa. Johnson in her battle, and Johnson for position to Meyer in the corner. Back up top to Quisenberry, 1:40 to play. Quisenberry right hand works on Jordan, throws it off the glass, and one! Alea Quisenberry keeping DCA as close as they can, and a chance at 3 for Alea Quisenberry. Foul is on Tootie Jordan. That's Jordan's first, and here comes Nadia Abrams in for DCA, and Amari Blackford will check out. Blackford, the better offensive player. Abrams a little quicker on the defensive side, so Blackford's going to check back in, I'm sure, for DCA as soon as if they get the ball back. 14 for Quisenberry. 2 dribbles of the basketball. Her free throw is good. She has 15 in what may be her final game for DCA. 56-44. Lady Warriors trail by 12 with 90 seconds to play. Jordan into front court with the basketball. Hands it off to Osteen. Osteen looking for Wilkins. Wilkins drives by Meyer, and Meyer fouled her. And Billy Inman was asking DCA to foul, and they finally got the foul on Wilkins. That's just the 4th on DCA, but it's the 4th on Grace Meyer.
Yeah, 4th on her, yeah.
And so now if you're going to foul, you certainly don't want Meyer to be the one hacking. Inbound pass for Wilkins on the right baseline. Looking for them to throw it into. Comes in down low, back to Wilkins. And Wilkins stepping the baseline, taking the pass in. She actually dumped it off, I think, to Fry or Johnson. One of them I didn't see among the massive bodies. I think it was Johnson. And Blackford wants to check back in, and she cannot, just late. But the entry pass back over to Johnson was on the baseline. Quisenberry in backcourt, knocked away from her by Johnson, gets it back, chases it down in backcourt, and will kick it up to Abrams in front court. 1:14 to play. Abrams to Metz in the right corner. Metz will drive in, tries to kick it to Meyer. Pass deflected and taken away by Fry. Over to Jordan in the front court. Jordan around 2 defenders and looks for Wilkins, and now Jordan's fouled on the pass attempt. Metz was kind of caught in no man's land. She was open. There was a defender in front of her, but she felt like she could take it in and maybe take a 2-point shot. And when the defender closed on her, wanted to kick it over to Meyer. And when she did, and the pass was deflected, that pass wasn't making it to Meyer.
Yeah, she didn't see the trailer coming down the floor also defensively, and that trailer got in between the 2 pass lanes.
Free throw by Jordan is good. 9 for Tootie Jordan. 9 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists for Tootie tonight. So she's a couple of ticks away from a triple-double in this game. Second free throw for Tootie is up and good. Abrams checks back out. Blackford is back in. 10 for Tootie Jordan, 58-44. Quisenberry in backcourt. She's double-team working on Fry and Johnson. Spins away and goes to Bugwa. Bugwa in the front court, goes to Metz in the corner. Metz, right corner, 3. Misses off the backboard. Rebound taken by Osteen, who grabs it for Sacred Heart and hands it off to Tootie Jordan. 45 to play. Jordan in the front court. Fry is open. Works on Bugwa. Kicks it back over to Jordan. Her floater in the paint is no good. She's fouled from behind by Quisenberry. And 2 more free throws coming for Tootie Jordan. Foul on Alea Quisenberry is her second, and 42 seconds to play. Sacred Heart 58, DCA 44. And Jordan trying to send the Valkyries back to their 5th consecutive state title appearance. Makes the first one. Zakiah Johnson with 15. Tootie Jordan make it 12 for her. 11 for Brianna Wilkins. It's 60-44. Quisenberry in backcourt works around Fry, and she's fouled. Foul on Morgan Fry is number 4 on her. It's number 3 on Sacred Heart. 38.7 to play. DCA looks like they're going to hold Sacred Heart below that 70-point mark. They played really good defense, DCA has here in the second half, holding Sacred Heart to just 25 second-half points. Meyer up the court to Metz. Metz fires a right corner three. It's too hard. Blackford tries to chase the rebound down, but she's beat to the spot by Osteen, who goes back to Jordan, and Billy Inman will tell his team, do not foul. Jordan comes into front court. Under 20 to play now in this one. Sacred Heart is going to end DCA season in the Final Four. 27-8 record for DCA. Sacred Heart moves to 34-3. 60-44 is your final. Sacred Heart advances to their 5th consecutive state championship game. We'll break it down for you in 3 minutes on your home for DCA Lady Warrior basketball, the hometown radio network.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford and Mazda. All of us here would like to thank everyone in Boyle and the surrounding counties for once again selecting our dealership as the #1 new car dealership, used car dealership, and place to have your vehicle serviced. We strive daily to meet every need of every customer, and since 1949 we have been providing quality products and services at a fair price while treating our customers and employees with respect. Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
Danville Christian Academy provides the type of schooling that appeals to many families. If it's something that appeals to your family, you probably already know the positive benefits of a faith-based school. But did you know that DCA's location north of Danville is only a few minutes away from Nicholasville, Wilmore, Harrodsburg, and Bergen? A quality faith-based education in a unique campus setting is closer to your home than you probably thought. Check them out at dcaky.org. Danville Christian Academy, engaging the truth, empowering the future.
Are you shopping for a new tax professional for your farm, LLC, corporation, partnership, or nonprofit? This is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. At the Danville location, we have IRS-enrolled agents and certified business specialists that are uniquely trained to help with any complex tax situation. We're open all year and offer in-person or virtual appointments, as well as drop-off and pick up to meet your needs. Give us a call at 859-236-3281 or stop by the office at 216 Burn Avenue in Danville and let us show you why it's better with Block.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Papa's Quick Stop, number 17 in Danville, 270 Stewart's Lane. The former Bluegrass truck stop has been completely remodeled. Open 24/7 under new ownership and management. Serving mouth-watering broaster chicken and delicious Hunt's Brothers pizza. Call ahead. They'll have it ready to pick up 24/7 at 859-209-2400. Ask to see Thomas or LaRonda, and they will tell you how you can get 8 to 13 cents per gallon off, less than what the sign says on your DSL needs. Papa's Quick Stop, number 17 in Danville, 270 Stewart's Lane, is your one-stop shop for truckers and travelers.
Final score is 60-44, Sacred Heart over DCA. Lady Warriors getting their trophy right now in front of their bench as a Final Four finalist. And, what a season. I think if you were to tell Billy Inman before this season began that you start the year off without your best player.
I was going to say, especially before the season began. Yeah.
Of course, Grace tore ACL back in May, but even before that, you start your season off without Grace Bugwa. You end up winning the district. You win the region. Alea Quisenberry comes over to your team and helps you, obviously, offensively, but still without Bugwa for the first half of the season. You get a Final Four berth, and you have a chance to cut it to single digits late in the game against the number one ranked team in the state who had won 92 consecutive games against Sacred Heart. Maybe not telling you how the game ends, but all of that considered, you think he takes it. All-A champions, I forgot about that. All-A championship for the first time in school history. All that taken into consideration, Tim. I think Billy Inman says, absolutely give me all of that.
Yeah, I think he would too. I think he said, I'll take that. I'll be happy with that. We're good to go with that. And because, who wouldn't? We talked about it before. The school, what are they at? 80 kids in the high school now?
83 kids in the high school.
In the high school. Made it to, teams hanging banners, too, for being Final Four in the Sweet 16. So, that's something that's a great thing to be, to be happy about. Also, while we were talking, they named Grace Bugwa and Alea Quisenberry to the All-Sweet 16 team. So those two did receive the reward for that, and it's just a great year for them. Just a great. They didn't shoot as good, but they had an awesome game last night, and then this one they played as good as they could. We got to remember it's the top team in the state, and I think he'd be very happy with that.
DCA on the season, just to kind of put this in perspective, how close the game of basketball can be and can't be sometimes. DCA shot 15% from three-point range tonight. Had they made 5 more threes tonight, they would have been up in this game 61-60 late in the game. 5 more threes would make them 9 for 26 for the game. So let me just quickly do the math here to see what math's not my strong suit. 9 for 26, 34% from three-point range. DCA shoots about 30% from three. So shooting 34% from range is still overachieving. It's not unattainable by any means, right? But if you make 5 more on DCA's side, and, again, it's easy for us to just say that, but DCA missed so many open looks in tonight's game, right? We can also easily say that at the same time that, they're in this game with Sacred Heart. And a good effort by DCA, cutting that Sacred Heart lead down to double digits. They never got within single digits there in the fourth quarter, but cutting it down there to double digits. And every time they got it close to single digits, Donna Moyer, which is why she's one of the greatest coaches in Kentucky girls basketball history, had a play drawn up, and Sacred Heart executed that to perfection. And that's why Sacred Heart, not just with the players, right? Donna Moyer, who's won 1,000,001 games probably in her career, would probably tell you the reason that I've won so many is because I have great players. Every coach is as good as the players that they have, and she has some great ones, but she's also a great coach in and of herself. Donna Moyer is.
Yeah, it is. And, just kind of just thinking, the girls, they should, thank you. They should keep their head up high. A couple of them were, I was trying to think, a couple were crying with the two sisters. Just wipe it away, keep your head up. You had a great year, girls. You had a great game. You played hard, you fought hard. And like I said, Joe, I think last night is probably one of the better games I've seen in a long time. Coming back from 13 down, I think. But, coming back from that and winning that. So you had a great experience. Go back and reset and see what, working again toward next year.
17 for Grace Bugwa in her final game in a DCA uniform. What a treat has been watching Grace. And we've done DCA games now. This is our 3rd or 4th year doing DCA games like full-time as a part of our Hometown Radio Network schedule. And, I mentioned it yesterday during the game, and I'll mention it again. She is the most dominant player that I have ever seen come from this area. And, there are people who maybe listen and say, well, I remember a player back in the 80s or 90s or whatever. Most dominant player, without question. There's no one even close to Grace Bugwa. Teams knew she was going to get the ball. And she still puts up 17 and 14 in this Final Four game against the best team in the state. And it was every single night for Grace Bugwa. And as she got better, teams started to focus on her more. And it didn't matter because Grace was going to get hers, and she was going to give her team a chance to win every single time she was on the floor. And so we salute Grace Bugwa, the 12th Region Player of the Year, a Miss Basketball candidate, maybe without the injury in the first half of the season, maybe even more so making a push against Zakiah Johnson for that Miss Basketball trophy.
She might have been the 4-time state leading rebounder because
Yes.
she had it her freshman,
sophomore, and junior year.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I mean, people, it's kind of amazing. We came last year to state, and people were like, who is this Grace Bugler? I said, well, what do you mean, who is it? She's been in the record books for 3 years.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, could have been. So what could have, should have, this is how the team is. And like I said, girls, I would be, I'd be happy with Final Four.
Absolutely. They'll hang that Final Four banner in the Ernest Martin Athletic Complex next season. They'll probably do it tomorrow. They hang them banners quick at DCA. 15 points for Leia Quisenberry, 5 for Paisley Metz, 4 for Mari Blackford, 3 for Grace Meyer. For Sacred Heart, led by Zakiah Johnson with 15, Tootie Johnson with 12, and a couple of rebounds and assists away from a triple-double tonight for Tootie. 11 for Brianna Wilkins, 7 for Caroline Osteen, 6 for Morgan Fry. 7 for Riley Gavin as well. 6 for Morgan Fry and 2 for Tari Ralston. That's the numbers for Sacred Heart. Offensively, Tim has defensive numbers. Tim, what do you have?
You caught me off guard there. All right, there we go. Sacred Heart, so my numbers are a little bit different than theirs, but we'll go with mine. Sacred Heart, Tootie Jordan had 6 rebounds. Zakiah Johnson had 14 and 2 blocks. Wilkins had 5 rebounds. Osteen had 4. Frey had 4, and then Carson had 1. And then for DCA, I actually had Grace with 1 other rebound. I had her with 15 rebounds, 4 blocks. Mari Blackford with 9, Leia Quisenberry with 3, Grace Meyer with 6, and Paisley Metz with 4.
Final score 60-44. Sacred Heart ends DCA's memorable historic season at 27-8 and a berth in the Final Four. Our thanks to Jason Wilder on studio controls, Tim Holland, our color commentator and statistician, and our thanks to you for listening to the old-fashioned way on 103.9 FM WHIR or the new-fashioned way, hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky Wildcats.
And we do this, 11 days?
Yes, March the 26th. We're back here 11 days from today. I'm glad you brought that up. So it's the end of the DCA Lady Warriors season. The DCA Warriors season continues. We're back here 11 days from today, and we have no idea still who DCA is going to play in that game. The 8th region semifinals are Monday. The championship game for the 8th region is Tuesday. And so they're down to their Final Four in the region tournament, but because there was that break between the women's and, I guess, the girls and boys tournament for the NCAA tournament next week, there was no rush to play region tournaments on the boys' side. So the 8th region opted to go ahead and hold theirs up for a week or so, while the 12th region went ahead and got theirs done to allow, I guess, the team to win as much practice as they can possibly get in. And the boys were here every single game. I saw Coach Sean Busick here. I saw nearly every boy in the boys' team here, and I'm sure that feeling is going to be reciprocated the other way when the boys are here in 11 days on March the 26th. And, Tim, we will be here in this same exact spot or maybe down the way. We just happen to be every single game in this Sweet 16. We happen to be the home team radio.
Yeah.
We did. So when DCA was the home team, we being the home team radio sat in the same spot every single time. We'll have to see how the bracket works out on the boys' side. But either way, we're on press row in 11 days for DCA boys action right here. Courtside from Rupp Arena, we're told it's not as much space for the boys' tournament as there is the girls' tournament. We could spread out a little bit here for the girls. Maybe a little more crunched in space-wise for the boys.
Fight with a little bit more.
Elbow a little bit more. And you know how I like my space. Tim hardly has any because I have to take up all the space with all my papers and notes that I take down. But it's going to be fun 11 days from today to experience the boys' Sweet 16 here from Press Row. Again, final score, DCA loses to Sacred Heart 60-46. You look up, they already have on the scoreboards here at Rupp Arena, GRC and Sacred Heart will battle for the girls' Sweet 16 state championship. That is a 7:30 scheduled tip-off tonight. Is that right?
So.
7:30 tonight. And they'll play that here at Rupp Arena. Our thanks to you. God bless. Have a great, fun, and safe weekend, and we'll see you 11 days from today for DCA boys basketball from Rupp Arena right here on the Hometown Radio Network.
The Stuart Powell Ford Sweet 16 High School Basketball Tournament on the Hometown Radio Network. Today's game is made possible by these sponsors: Stuart Powell Ford, Himes Body Shop, Good Neighbor Pharmacy, DOE Dental Office Equipment, Whitaker Bank, Big Deals Online Store, Bluegrass South Livestock Market, Community Trust Bank, Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency, Bob Allen Motor Mall, Farmers National Bank, Intercounty Energy Cooperative, Essity, H&R Block, Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash, Wash, the Parthenon Greek American Eats, Shelter Insurance, Cindy Lanham, Agent, Monticello Banking Company, Lexington Ice Center, McDonald's Restaurant, Ephraim McDowell Health, Remax of Danville, Tammy Carr Agent, Goldie Financial, Johnson Pullman Insurance Agency, Hardee's Restaurant, Mountain Harbor Inn, Papa's Truck Stop and Papa's Quick Stop. Today's Stuart Powell Ford Sweet 16 game is a sports